Alright, just a quick one last time where mic is plugged in, okay good. Just a quick one last time where I won the rematch with Berg. But now the adventure properly gets going once again. I'm over here in Castilia City, of course. Team consists of Montreal the Boldor, Toronto the Servine. Not really a way to make this more interesting on the top screen, huh? Ottawa the Panpour, Quebec the Blitzel, Charlottetown the Sandile, and Hamilton the Purloin. Hopefully some more encounters this episode. What items do these have, actually? Some of them have items. Eviolite, Miracle Seed, Experience Share, Amulet Coin. Okay, I'm gonna move the Amulet Coin to Charlottetown, because ground type could be useful in the next gym. Of course, there are those Emolga to worry about, but even so. What will I do with the Amulet Coin? Let's go to the Pokemon Center first and then figure that out. Heal some of this team. Leave this funny gym design behind. Can't remember whether anyone talks to me straight out of the gym. Oh, cross transceiver call. Guess that's a yes. Hey there, where are you now? Could you do me a favor? Let's have a Pokemon battle. Iris has trained me, and I've become a little stronger. I should be able... Second... Okay, just checking some settings. I should be able to protect my own Pokemon now. Let's meet at the gate to Route 4. Okay, see you later. Ah, that's right. Bianca's Muna, I think, was stolen a couple episodes ago by Team Plasma, and she needed Iris's help to... Well, she needed multiple people's help to get it back, but Iris kind of took care of her through that. Bianca, as much as she's just kind of following her own, you know, following her heart, having the journey she wants to have, having fun adventuring with her Pokemon, defying her father's worry about it being too dangerous. She's kind of feeling now like she needs to get stronger, get better able to defend herself, just like she said there. I'm going to actually move Quebec to the front of the party, and I'll keep the Amulet Coin on Quebec. But yeah, Experience Share on Charlottetown. That makes sense here? I don't know. We'll see. Can't remember what kinds of trainers I'm up against the next little while. Of course, Blitzel / Zipstrike actually, yeah, also could be very useful in the gym. Kind of shuts down the Emolga. Run through this foot traffic one more time. Nimbasa City's at the end of Route 4. Oh, and now it's Bianca. Hey, Black. You remember that promise? You remember the promise you made on the cross transceiver, right? So let's get right to our Pokemon battle. But before that, we're gonna trash this gatehouse like we trashed my bedroom. They say we can have a Pokemon battle on the gate as long as we're careful not to break the electric bulletin board. It's the new and improved version of me. It's gonna go it's gonna go great this time. Let's start up our Pokemon battle again. Not really losing that idealistic side even as she faces the reality of the danger of the journey, but that's, you know, that's what's charming about Bianca's character. Anyway, she'll lead with Herdier. Okay. Update. Try a Thunder Wave here. Into Shockwave, probably. Just go straight for takedown immediately. Oh my. Oh my. That is a more powerful Bianca, alright. I'd like to spread out the experience a little bit more on this team, but I think I just go Toronto here. Train got tough, that's for sure. She showcased that very nicely there. Herdier takes the Leaf Storm as well. Does take an accuracy drop, but an Odor Sleuth will fix that. Go for Tackle. Oh, Super Potion. Oh yeah, Bianca knows how to battle now. She's She is showing me that she's serious. They'll take this Leaf Tornado too, I think. Just barely. Does miss this takedown after another accuracy drop. She has another Super Potion. Look at her go. Land this Leaf Tornado. I don't think it'll KO. Oh, almost. We dodge another attack. Lucky us. Better lucky than good, they say. Bianca's learning that lesson now. Here's the Muna. This thing's a little tanky, I think. So I'll throw a Leech Seed at it. Prison. I don't think Servine has to be worried about that. I doubt we have any moves in common. Maybe Tackle. I don't know if Muna gets Tackle. There's Leaf Tornado here. I could go for... I could set up with Growth. Maybe I should. There's 4 Pokemon. Obviously one is her, I think, Duot by now, but I don't remember what the other one is. Although when she uses Yawn at me like that and I have the Leech Seed already set up, I think I want to switch out anyway. So just as well that I didn't go for Growth. Moonlight, okay. Fair enough. Well, have Assurance. Damage. There's the Duot. I'll just go right back to Toronto. Throw a Leaf Storm at this. Just misses the KO. But she should be out of Super Potions by now, so it's Tackle. I do not remember what her last Pokemon is. Probably a monkey, actually. Let me think. Charon will have Tapig, Pan, Sage, so I'm expecting to see a Pansear as her last Pokemon. Charlatan wants to learn Mud Slap. Let me see if that's... I got Sand Attack, Sand Tomb, Torment, Assurance. Might as well take Mud Slap over Sand Attack. And yeah, there's the Pansear. And I think I'll just counter that with my Panpour. I have other options, but this one works just fine, I think. Be a pretty straightforward battle the rest of the way. She'll Yawn, but I should be able to get 2 Water Guns before falling asleep, and I don't think she has any Super Potions. Oh, Water Gun is actually not a 2-hit KO here. Sorry, I'm just going to let Ottawa go to sleep. My bad if it's boring. We'll just play this out. I don't think there's much of a threat. Ooh, am I in trouble? See, Bianca knows where this is going. That Lick does not do much, nor did the Incinerate earlier. Sleep turns. There we go. GG Bianca. Solid effort, though. She really has stepped up her game. Can't remember what I was waiting for before evolving Ottawa. Maybe I just thought I might want the Water Stone for something else. I don't remember. Bianca's frustrated. I'll never be a strong trainer like you or Charon or Iris, but you know, since we left November Town, I've met a lot of people, and I've been thinking about what I want to do in life. When you look at it that way, Pokemon have given me a lot of new experiences. Having my Pokemon stolen was just really hard, and I felt really unsure. Still, I gotta say, I'm really glad I went. I've learned so much on this journey, and I also learned that being with Pokemon is really, really important. Okay, well, I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye, Black. So Bianca there Bianca's a really solid character that I kind of slept on when I was younger. She's showing off the healthy side of the human-Pokemon relationship, and she's doing it. I talked before about how Bianca kind of represents truth, and Cheren kind of represents ideals, and we'll shout that out later in some of his dialogue. And Bianca is, presenting the healthy personal growth side of living and growing with Pokemon through the lens of someone who is very in touch with the truth of who she is and what she's about, where her place is in the world. I mean, figuring things out as she goes, as people always do when they're growing up, but yeah, pretty self-aware. And really solid counterpoint to a lot of what En will talk about later in the story. I think Cheren's going to want to fight now, but before then, we'll go heal at this house. I could also go fight those 2 fishermen down by the water if we haven't yet. Yeah, I think I'll do that, actually, before Cheren. And I believe I've already gotten my encounter here. Where else did I get a Sandile? So, never mind that. I'm still going to do Nuzlocke catching rules, like I said. Fisherman Hubert here. Forgot to read his dialogue, but he sends out a Basculin. Gotta get back into the zone for recording this series. I'm supposed to stop and read the dialogue. I do read the dialogue usually on a first playthrough, but obviously this isn't a first playthrough. Problem with training a Blitzel, I mean, Zebstrika is not an amazing Pokemon either, but it's pretty strong for part of the game. Blitzel is just not very good, huh? Oh well. Do what we can here. That's probably why I had the experience share on it, actually. But I don't want to throw my Sandile at these Basculegion either. Or, not Basculegion. That's generations away. A Basculin either. These aggressive dudes. Missed a Leaf Tornado. Well, getting worn down. I'm getting a phone call. Caller ID actually says possible spam. It's not a number I recognize or anything, so I'm just not going to answer it right now. They can leave a message if they're legitimate. I don't know if I've seen caller ID say possible spam before, and I get my share of spam calls. A lot lately pretending to be one of the major phone providers here in Canada. That seems to be the angle right now. Anyway. That Basculin went down a lot more easily than the other one. I could go heal my Blitzel before I fight the other fisherman, but I don't want to, so I'll just switch train it, I guess. I mean, now that this isn't an Nuzlocke, I can be a little more lax with that kind of thing. This guy is 4 Basculin. I skipped the dialogue again, I know. I might actually lose to this guy. If my Superior is getting, Servine is getting worn down, I can probably beat it with my other Pokemon, but I don't really have anything else that's good into this. Well, landing our Leaf Storms will help, and so will him not using Aqua Jet, so let's see. Because that sand damage will just add up. Quebec levels up, that's good. I think the last guy had 1 Basculegion of each form. This guy, we've seen 1 of each form so far, and he has 2 more, so it might be 2 of each. Another red. Another blue, yeah. That phone call just now is also a Toronto phone number. And it's not like it's at all implausible that someone in Toronto would call me. That happens, but they'd probably be already one of my contacts if they were. I also don't think they left a message. Let's see if Quebec can handle this. I suspect not. I'm pretty sure a scammer spoofed my phone number once. I got a call from a stranger who thought that I had just called her and she'd missed it. And so I think that's probably what that was. I didn't think of it during, I'll go Montreal here. I didn't think of it during the call though, so I just told her, what? No, I didn't call you. If I thought of it, I would have said, hey, this is probably what happened, watch out. Okay, got flinched by, what, a chip away there? At least Montreal doesn't take sand damage. Victory was that big. Oh, he's talking about how big are the fish he catches? Catch, caught, and catch again. Life is fishing. What does this guy have to say? I usually release the Pokemon I catch. That's called catch and release. When I release them, I say these words. Farewell, Pokemon. It was a nice fight. I'll say these words to you. It was a nice fight. Aw. What a nice dude. Anyway, I'll heal, and then I'll explore to the north, and then finally I'll give Charon the attention that he's just standing there waiting for. But yeah, a little more exploring first. Parasol Lady. Is that what they're called in this game? I don't remember. I don't know if she wants to fight, but not so far at least. Maybe she doesn't want to step into the deep sand. Yep, that is it, I guess. I can't see up ahead because of the sandstorm. Because I can't see, I'll have a battle with you. Well, passes the time, I guess, but that dialogue is a little silly. It is kind of a nice detail, though, if that's what they were going for, that she won't step into the sand. Anyway, Tympole. Surely my Blitzel can handle a Tympole. Surely. I think of Blitzel's eye. Blue on yellow. On a creature that's mostly neither of those. Really standing out to me right now. Anyway. Blitzel could handle the Tympole, so that's nice. Get some experience from that. What's next? Another Tympole. Okay. Tympole lines sure are kind of weird looking. I'm not a big fan, but I mean they're alright. They're some odd looking dudes. They're actually slower after the mud shot. Sand damage confirms that, but I can close this out with a quick attack anyway. I think she just spelled out Sandstorm. S-A-N-D-S-T-O-R-M. Parasol keeps off the sun and rain, but it can't stand up to sandstorms. Ah, my tears are falling on Route 4. Alright, that was a little dramatic. This is where there would be, what, Amanda Buzz, if I were playing back 2 right now? Is that where it would be? And there's a Braviary somewhere else in White 2? I think that's right. A Hyper Potion, nice. Nothing over there. Probably a hidden item or something, but I don't care. This guy will battle. My way of life is dynamic. Okay, sure. Alright, Gus. Roggenrola. I guess I'll go to one of my rock type. Actually, I can go to Charlottetown here. Load up some extra experience. Resist rock. Throw Sand Tomb or Mud Slap at this. Might be kind of wearing it down gradually, but I mean it works. And not take sand damage in the process. Yeah, -1 headbutt, not doing too much there. I'll go for a Sand Tomb. I think it's 1 Sand Tomb to get... Ah, well, that's a bit of an issue. I don't know if I want to deal with that. Maybe I swap to my Toronto here. Of course, this is Gen 5, Roggenrola, and its evolved forms all have Sturdy all the time. And this is, I think, the first generation where Sturdy works like a... It's Mud Slap and Sand Attack? Gus. I don't know if dynamic is the word for this. Roggenrola and Sturdy, Roggenrola and Boldore and Gigalith in this game all have Sturdy, and I believe this is the first generation where Sturdy worked like a Focus Sash, so it's something that sure stands out about the playthrough experience. We'll land the second Leaf Tornado here despite the accuracy drops, but yeah. Every time in this generation. I mean, they probably had a hidden ability already, but every time when you play through these games, an ability that never did that before. kind of memorable, a little frustrating sometimes. We do land a tackle, so that's nice, but now I'm thinking, do I want to switch against this next Pokemon? I hope it's not another Roggenrola. I don't know what it is. Embargo, I do not care about that move. Not interested. It's another Roggenrola. Actually, I think the way I usually play around these with a Servine is I Leech Seed them first. Then I have the guaranteed passive damage, but I got a little bit flustered there. I don't think it's worth it now when I'm at -2 accuracy already. I'll just try a Leaf Tornado. Just try my luck with that. Luck pays off so far. This will knock it down to Sturdy, then I just have to land a tackle. Through another Sand Attack. I hope his third Pokemon is not another Roggenrola. I feel like the way they designed NPCs at this point in the series, it's about a 50-50 whether it is. Could be like a Timber or a Drillbur or something. Yeah, now we're missing tackles. I'll let Toronto go down if that's what happens, because not a Nuzlocke anymore. But it's not what happens. We do land one more tackle. We'll see what his last Pokemon is. I think I switch if it's a Roggen. I think I switch no matter what it is. Okay, it's a Timber. Alright, so they weren't too unreasonable with this. What do I switch to? What do I have for Timber? Honestly, if I just go Ottawa, and then if Ottawa faints, I go back to Toronto, that works. Timber is actually kind of strong into my team. Well, I'll get a couple more encounters this episode. The Desert Resort. Maybe more than a couple, because I can go explore east of Nimbasa City, too. Desert Resort. Relic Castle. And yeah, I can go to that forest. Lost Lorn Forest, or whatever it's called. And I might get some fighting-type answers from some of those. I mean, the Relic Castle, I think it'll probably be a Psychic or Ghost-type, right? There's Yamask in there. I don't remember if there's anything else. Is it just Yamask? And if I'm really lucky, I'll get a Sigilif in the Desert Resort. Although more likely I'll get like a Dwebble or a Darumaka or something. Anyway, Ottawa beat the Timber. I think Gus just said that his way of losing is dynamic. Gus! Pokemon are always with you, that's where you can be dynamic. Gus, I don't think dynamic is the best word for what you were doing there. Hired workers should head to the prefab house by Castelia City. That's where I've been healing, I guess. Oh, prefab housing. Kind of a hot topic in Canada right now. Anyway. This is, I think, the last trainer along here. There might be one more. I'm a mucho macho worker. I'll bring you down with my muscles. Alright, hopefully this guy throws some Timber at me instead of Roggenrola. He only has one Pokemon. It is a Timber, just as I'd expect from a mucho macho worker. I think I can Toronto this. Toronto's a little bit low on HP, but probably not too low for this. And this desert is a little bit of a slog, though, with the sandstorm. Maybe it's just as well. I mean, obviously, the added challenge is the fun of a Nuzlocke. But maybe it's just as well for my mood here that the Nuzlocke died before I got to this area. At least story-wise, I think I did come here a little bit to get that Sandile. Speaking of which, here's another Sandile. Yeah, thanks. Already got one. I was definitely hoping to get a Darumaka, right? Because I didn't have anything good for Berg. But I got a Sandile. Anyway, yeah, that was the last trainer. Mr. Mucho Macho over there. We can see some more up ahead, but we have to go the other way to get to them. Get past Charon first. He dismissed me as just a kid. Now he knows better. Wandering through some more sand tiles than I need to, but hey, lucky me, no encounters. I'll stop by the prefab house again, and then Charon time. Does Charon lead with, like, Liepard by this point? I mean, it's probably that or his starter, right? So I'll move Montreal to the front, cheese the matchup a little bit. I'm obviously not looking up, whoops. I'm obviously not looking up what trainers have, but I think memory is fair game. There's a Darumaka encounter. Too late. Maybe I'll get one in the next area. Maybe not. Darmanitan is such a funny Pokemon. I really liked it as soon as I saw it, and I used it in my first playthrough of this game. And then it blew me away with how powerful it was. Anyway. Hey, Black. I've been waiting for you to get the insect badge. This guy's been waiting for a long time. It took me like 4 months to get the insect badge. Has he just been standing here? A full cycle of seasons just hanging out in the desert, becoming one with the sandstorm. Anyway, now it's time to see which one of us is the stronger trainer. That's all he has to say. Okay. Alright. I'd say never change Charon, but he will, and that's good. That's character growth. That's Pidove. Well, Boldore counters that too. Yeah, he might not have a Liepard yet. I don't know. It's kind of interesting that he changes up his lead over the course of the story, especially leading with his starter. You don't usually see a rival doing that. I don't know if there's anything I can infer from that about his character or something, but... What do I have for grass types? I guess my grass type. I mean, I guess he's just experimenting and trying to become the best trainer he can. Chasing the dream of being the strongest. But yeah, it's kind of neat. It'll be Liepard eventually. And like I said, it was a starter for a little while, which is a pretty cool, unusual trick, and it does fool me in some playthroughs. I think it fooled me in this one. Did it? Let me know. You've seen those episodes more recently than I have. Ignite. Okay. What do I have for this? I'm kind of weak to grass, and I'm also kind of weak to fighting. I have a Panpour. I'll sack my Purloin to get Panpour in. I can do that kind of thing now. Ooh, Flame Charge. That's scary. Maybe I should have sacked Toronto to get a Leech Seed onto this. Too late now. At least it takes sand damage. Yeah, it feels like Ottawa's probably a little outmatched here, but we'll do what we can. If he keeps using Flame Charge, that's probably helpful to me. I also have the Eviolite on whatever my Boldore is called, so I can probably take a hit. Just need to get this low enough that that matters. Spamming Flame Charge is okay. I'd much rather see that than Arm Thrust. Actually, you probably don't take another one after this, so let's get a good Water Gun here. Maybe a crit? There's a berry. Uh-oh. Orange berry? Yeah. Citrus berry. Uh-oh. Well, if he spams Flame Charge forever, then Eviolite Boldore should be able to beat this. Montreal is the name of my Boldore. I still have the Iron Defense too. I could click that. He's going for Defense Curl. Maybe I should just kind of settle in here. I don't take sand damage. That still did good damage though. So I don't think there's any need. He goes for another Defense Curl. That is not going to matter. He never showed Arm Thrust, which I think is the first move that Pignite gets when it evolves, but I don't know, maybe Game Freak thought it would be broken in this fight or something. I don't know whether he has it or not. There's the Liepard finally. He does have one. He's just saving it in the back. It is obviously one of his more noteworthy Pokemon at this point. Some of his Pokemon are still in their first stages. This is fully evolved. It's the only one that is. It doesn't quite drop immediately to a Rock Smash, but the Torment is going to be no problem. He talks about bringing out the power of his Pokemon to still pull this off. But we'll close this out with a Headbutt here. We'll see what he has to say then. Impressive, but why can't I win? It's now clear to me. The reason you are so tough is the trust between you and your Pokemon, but that shouldn't be a problem. I can get more out of Pignite and my other Pokemon too. Cross Transceiver ringing, interrupting his train of thought. Okay, classic. And it's Professor Juniper. Hello there. Black, do you have a second? Professor Juniper, do you need something? I called Bianca too, but I guess she didn't hear the call. I wonder what she's caught up in. Oh, I wonder too. She was training hard before we battled. I wonder what she's doing since she wandered off. Anyway. Well, I suppose I'll just have to call her again later. Okay, I'll be waiting for you two in front of the gate to Nimbasa City. Hello? Okay. Nimbasa City's gate is straight down Route 4, and he just goes. I will take some detours, of course, but I won't. Don't worry, Charon, I won't keep you waiting for 4 months again. I don't know. I'm looking for an insight in the way that Charon and Bianca respond to losing back to back there. It's kind of just the same thing that I've been saying about them the whole time. Bianca's like, well, yeah, that's how it is. I'm not as good at training Pokemon as you are. I'll find my place in the world, but it's not that one. It's not that place. It's not the same as yours. And Charon's like, you know, he's the real idealist in the group. He's like, okay, I see what you're doing, but I should be able to do that too. Why am I not the strongest? And Charon, of course, identifies the source of your strength as your trust in your Pokemon. Bianca identifies the source of her personal growth as living and growing together with Pokemon. They'll start running into ends sooner or later. Sure, we'll have some nice character moments. Anyway, more trainers to fight. I don't think this guy is a trainer. He's just going to tell me about the desert resort. Some ruins that have become a little tourist attraction. Yeah, we'll go check that out for sure. Well, at a time like this, let's have a Pokemon battle. I feel like that guy says that at a lot of different kinds of times. Darumaka, okay. Strong Pokemon. Not a great matchup into Eviolite Boldore. Might want to think about putting the experience share back onto Quebec. Actually, Quebec is really falling behind. Wow, that was a crit. That's fine. Goodbye. I see. Was that your favorite Pokemon? No, I would not say so, but definitely one of my stronger ones right now. Whenever I go in the world, I have Pokemon battles. Once I ask about someone's favorite Pokemon, we soon become friends. Well, use something other than a fire type, and you might see my favorite on my team. And yeah, I definitely believe you have battles wherever you go. Hey, this is a good time for a battle. While we're, I don't know, standing here in the desert in a sandstorm. Their backpacker over there. First we run away from the sand isle. I actually tried to stay out of her line of sight so that I wouldn't have to go around through the sand to get past her. We could just fight on in the no encounter part, but I messed it up. My travel partner is a Pokemon that a popular guidebook recommended. It's Pikachu! It's not Pikachu. This is black version. Let's see what it is. Imoga? Cottonee. Okay. I'm sure Cottonee is a nice travel partner. My Blissel doesn't have Flame Charge for some reason, right? I can't just Flame Charge this? I have Quick Attack and Shockwave, not very convincing into Grass type. I have a whole team that's not very convincing into a Grass type. Toronto it is. Cottonee, of course, not a Fairy type in this game because the Fairy type doesn't exist. That doesn't really have much relevance to this matchup. Another thing that doesn't exist in this generation, Grass type Spore and Powder immunity. That also was a Gen 6 thing. But Cottonee doesn't really have any damage into us here. Doesn't even have Fairy Wind because there's no Fairy type. So this is fine. I will want to deal with the para after this. Nice travel companion. Well, not quite so strong in battle. The guidebook does not tell me how to win. Oh, you're not reading the right guidebook, I guess. According to the popular guidebook, Nimbasa City is an entertainment city. It must be full of fun. Alright, let's see if I have Paralyze Heal. I do. 1 Powerless heal. Might want more of those for the gym, but I'll think about that later. I just turn around, and immediately another Sandile, of course. Absolute menace, these things, no doubt. Just blundered into more of the sand than I wanted, but I'm doing that a lot. It is what it is. Another backpacker. Where did you come from? Me? Well, if you can win, I'll tell you. Okay. Looking forward to it, I guess. Jill? With your Paddle-ill? Jill's Paddle-ill? Hey, we definitely like Lilligant on this channel right now. Got my Grass type again. Hopefully not get Stun Sport again because I just used my 1 Parlez heal. Leech Seed. Grass types are immune to that. Always have been. And to tackle crit. Don't get to find out whether it has any kind of nasty status move. Comeback levels up. Good. Need more of that. And she just left Castelia City yesterday and started battle. That's funny. That's a good gag there. Okay, nice super potion, 1 more backpacker. Wonder where this guy's from. The fun of traveling around the world is having serious battles with a lot of Pokemon I meet. What are the chances that he just left Castelia City too for the first time? He only has a Blitzel, it's possible. You want to have a Blitzel fight? I'll give it a try. Of course, Blitzel's abilities are all... the 2 abilities it can have are Motor Drive and Lightning Rod. I don't remember which one my Blitzel has, but either way, it's immune to Electric, so all I can do is Quick Attack. I'd probably lose a Quick Attack battle, although he didn't go for Quick Attack here. Ah, there we go, Lightning Rod. That's which one I have. I can't take advantage of it because my only special attack will just give his Blitzel some kind of boost with no damage. But yeah, he wants to just keep clicking electric type moves. We take those. I'm not making any use at all of these boosts, but not taking damage or getting paralyzed is nice. This is Gen 5. Electric types can be paralyzed. Not if they have Lightning Rod. It looks like 1 more quick attack will do it. Good job, Quebec. Oh, there's a Flame Charge. Too little too late, though. Should have done that from the start, and I would have had to switch. Anyway, let's see what Mr. Worldwide here has to say. Woo! You're a top-class trainer, the best in the world, but what do I know? I just left Castelia City yesterday. As long as my Pokemon are with me, I get battle trainers all over the world. The world is so big. Woo! That's really exciting. Yeah, that guy's definitely new to this. I already went down there. Okay. When I look at the freeway, I feel exhilarated. You know what? I was gonna make fun of that, but it was kind of cool to see trucks and stuff in this game. I kind of get it. Look at that truck and that one. Whoa, exhilarating. It was kind of neat to see that in a Pokemon game for the first time. Anyway. Ho there! Even in the middle of construction, a trainer will battle. This guy is on the job, working hard. He's like, oh, well, our eyes met. I have to ditch my work for a little bit. Them's the rules. When trainers' eyes meet, they have to battle. That's what they say. Let's try this again. Didn't work on the last Roggenrola, but maybe this guy isn't as dynamic as our friend Gus. Yeah, Rock Blast. That's fine. Take that over Mud Slap and Sand Attack. Now I'll throw my own Mud Slap at this. I'm not messing around with Sand Tomb this time. Ah, okay. Alright, Mud Slap fight. Mine does more damage, at least. You know, when it connects. And I have the speed advantage, so I get the accuracy drops first. a little bit more likely to actually hit. See him missing that sand attack just now. Now I miss a Mud Slap. He lands a Mud Slap. We're even, but I get another chance to KO before his next move. I miss. He misses. Riveting gameplay, I'm sure. I miss. He lands a sand attack. Now I have him at lower accuracy. I had better odds, but... Well, I had the advantage that is described, but this is still how it can go, but we do land this next Mud Slap. He has a Timber. We'll just switch out of that and go Toronto, I guess. Kind of neat that Timber gets Rock Throw. Nice little move pool flavor choice there. Goodbye, Timber. Gah! I'm digging myself into a big hole. If you use a Pokemon move called Dig, you can get out of a cave instantly. Thanks, buddy. Are you supposed to be digging holes right now? Oh, well, I'll interrupt this guy's workday next. A battle is like a construction project. They're both a piece of cake for me. Yeah, okay. What do Pokemon battling and making buildings have in common? I'm good at them. Alright, buddy. Another Timber. Makes sense for these guys to use that Pokemon. Obviously. Ooh, Bide. Well, I can get around that with Leech Seed or Growth. I'll go Leech Seed, get a little bit of recovery on this next turn, offset some sand damage, and then I can start Leaf Storming next turn. Yep, Unleashed Energy, but there isn't any. Hopefully unlike in his construction project. Ooh, that piece of cake was hard to swallow. Well, he's good-humored about it. I may have lost in the battle, but I bow to nobody when it comes to construction? Oh my god. You must have something like that, right? Something you do better than anybody? Yeah, I don't know that I do. I guess in-game it's battling. I don't know if I'm that intense about anything in real life, though. I don't mean to brag, but I'm a Dig Pro. Alright, are you better at it than that other guy outside? I'll give you this TM so you can use it too. And a Dig TM. That's probably worth teaching my Sandile at least. So I'm not relying on Sand Tomb for physical ground damage. I don't really like Dig because it's a 2-turn move, but I think it's worthwhile here. Ottawa can also learn it. Let's see what Ottawa already has. Rock Smash, Leer, Thief, Water Gun. Oh, I'll just go 4 attacks. I'll drop Leer for Dig. And then I'll teach Dig to Charlottetown over Sand Tomb. Probably. I think so. I'll keep Mud Slap for accuracy cheese. For now. I don't need Sand Tomb. But knowing Dig should be very useful in the next gym. So I'm actually gonna... I was gonna wait another level or so, but I'm gonna move the experience share back to Quebec right now. I don't like how Quebec is falling behind. And I'll just swap their items. I'll give the Amulet Coin to Charlottetown and put Charlottetown in the lead spot. There we go. Probably have to switch Charlottetown out a bunch against Timber and stuff, but that's okay. Sandstorms are terrible, but Rock-type, Ground-type, and Steel-type Pokemon can weather a Sandstorm without damage. Okay. I think I already checked this. Ruins buried in the desert. It's like a grand adventure in a story. Way to look at the freeway again. A lot of trucking going on. Going to and from Driftvale City, I guess. We'll see what's going on over there. Huh, next episode. That's not too far off. And we've reached the desert resort. I'm going to see the ruins, but I'm afraid I might get lost in the desert. It's really big, and sometimes you run into Pokemon. Will I be in trouble if I'm not strong? I hear you can find the newly discovered entrance to the ruins if you go through the gate and just head straight. Oh, I will. I could get my Desert Resort encounter here. I'll do it in the next area. I don't know if the encounter tables are different, but why take chances? The Desert Resort is especially known for the Relic Castle. Okay. I'm a school kid, so I know this. Just like in caves, you can run into Pokemon almost anywhere in the desert. I have noticed, yeah. But they don't like hiding in the pale sand, so if you walk there, you won't have to worry about battling. Okay. This guy, I think, is having a hard time in the sandstorm. Look at that sandstorm. I can't really blame him. I came clear out to the Desert Resort to train, but there are so many ground-type Pokemon that I'm already in tatters. Ground types, okay. Let's fight this doctor before anything else. Then we get access to healing here. These nurses and doctors were a really nice touch in Gen 5. Out in remote areas like this. I am a trainer first and a doctor second. Let's see what he's got. Dr. Jerry. Solosis. Yeah, they usually have like one psychic type. Oh, I can click Assurance into this. We won't start using Dig just yet. And goodbye, Solosis. Good thing your trainer's a doctor. Whenever I meet a trainer, I can't help having a battle. Now I will make your Pokemon healthy. Alright, not Relic Castle, that's next. Desert Resort Encounter. Here we go. Oh, it is a Sigilif. Alright, well I have to actually catch it still. Can I Leech Seed it? Thunder Wave it? I think I'll try for both. Side Wave, variable damage. Okay. It didn't take sand damage. Does that mean it has Overcoat? I think so. That's not a bad ability. Tailwind. Not really useful in this playthrough, but cool. Does it also not take Leech Seed damage? Oh, dear. I'll try to paralyze it. Hopefully it'll let me. Haha! Okay. Oh, that ended the encounter? It doesn't make me switch in a wild battle. It ends the encounter. No Sigilif for me. That's sad. What do I have for repels? Have I not stocked up on repels? Oh, I have these. I could probably buy... Oops. I didn't mean to close the bag there. I could probably buy super repels by now, but... These will do. What I meant to do... Because... that's not the right button. How do you move things in your bag in this game? I don't remember. Not like that. Oh well. Unfortunately, the thing where you get auto-prompted to use another repel after the first one wears off is a black 2, white 2 innovation. So, black and white, just like the first 4 generations. I'll just have to manually go into the bag and use another repel when the time comes. Anyway, we're just going to explore around this area. Having traveled the world, I realized we can communicate through our Pokemon. Okay. That makes sense, actually, right? Like, battle is something of a universal language in the Pokemon games that a lot of different kinds of people from different backgrounds understand, and it fits into the themes of the story here about how humans and Pokemon benefit from their relationships with each other. Nice little bit of dialogue there. It's got a Tranquil. Can't use Dig against that. Honestly, I think it's worth switching to... Now it's Montreal. I was going to say Quebec, but Quebec is still pretty weak. Detect. Just kind of wasting time here, but okay. I get to do that. Is that an Air Cutter? I looked away for a second. That looked like Air Cutter. Goodbye. Quebec levels up. And now it's time to learn Flame Charge. Hey, there's the beginning of an answer to grass types on this team. I'm going to get rid of Charge. I'm not really ever using it anyway. I mean, I could in some situations, but I haven't been. Message came through loud and clear. You know what? Also, this very directly ties into the story of the game because, like, N is ultimately going to test his worldview in battle and learn better through the experience. It's kind of foreshadowing the climax of the game right here. Having traveled around the world, I learned that travel brings change. We should not be afraid of change. Yeah, that guy's got a lot to say. He's kind of cooking there. What about this one? I thought I ran past her somehow, but no, I didn't. It's just, the angle's just a little weird because she's kind of sunk into the sand. Being with my Pokemon makes me happy, even when we're in a bad situation. And the other thing about this is like, they're not really laying it on thick in terms of, look at all these benefits of living with Pokemon, because this is pretty standard Pokemon NPC dialogue, right? This wouldn't be out of place in any other game. But in this game, I guess that's a strength of what they chose to focus on in the story of this game, that it lands in that way. Anyway, Watchog, Intimidate it. Now we finally start using Dig. Crunch, probably not the right choice here, into a Dark type. Good damage. We can go for another one. Yep, he's just using Crunch for some reason. And GG. I think that was only... Oh, her only Pokemon. Sorry, I forgot this one was a woman. I got distracted. I feel lonely at night. I curl up with my Pokemon and watch the twinkling stars. Attract the shooting stars and slow down the rhythm of my life. That's very sweet, and also that probably looks pretty... This is probably a pretty cool experience with it when your Pokemon is a glowy Watchog. Anyway, black glasses. I could give that to Charlottetown, but Charlottetown has an item already right now. You're the first person to come clear out here to talk to me. I'm so moved, so I'll give you this. Not black glasses, but soft sand. Got a lot of item options for my sand dial now. I'll stick with the amulet coin for the time being. The soft sand might be nice in the gym. There's a relic castle. I'm gonna go past it for now and keep exploring this area. There's the other entrance. Oh, I was gonna say that it'll open up later. It is open, but I think I can't go very far in it, right? I can't remember how that works. So actually, let's check that out right now. This is the one that leads to the Volcarona. Oh, maybe not. Maybe this is just functionally just an exit. I don't know. Can't remember. I mean, the Relic Castle does open up some later in the story, thanks to Team Plasma messing around in there. The abilities of my Pokemon. I will show them to you. Okay. Psychic Low? Or maybe it's supposed to be Love, like German for lion. I don't know. Psychic Low with a Yamask. Which I can intimidate before I am given Mummy, but I don't know if it runs physical, or I don't know if it learns physical attacks at this early stage anyway. Now my ability is Mummy, kind of a funny ability. We get Will-O-Wisp, so I think I'll just switch out here. I don't even have to. I can beat the Yamask and then switch out against the next Pokemon. And even then, if it's like a Solosis or something, I might not have to do that. And I will get boosted Hex damage, but yeah, still not enough. Yamask drops to the sand damage. That's very convenient. Don't have to face another turn against it. Muna. I'll switch out. I'll go Toronto, because I can Leech Seed this and wear it down if it goes bulky game plan, or spams Yawn or something. Starting off with Imprison. Not really worried about that. Here comes the Leech Seed. Connects. Bloop, 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 bloop. And no yawn, just hypnosis, but I mean I can sit here and passive damage will add up. And I'll start clicking Leaf Storm, of course. Or Leaf Tornado. How many times have I called it Leaf Storm in this video? I have no idea. Might get knocked out, but I'm going back to the doctor anyway because my Sandel is burned. There's no reason to waste a burn heal when there's a doctor right there. Probably KO. There it goes. Really make use of the ability Mummy? I don't know. Oh, I guess he did show off an ability there, yeah. If an ability is changed to Mummy, the Pokemon cannot use its original ability. It's subtly devious, isn't it? It kind of is. I don't know if subtle is the right word, but pretty devious. Ah! It got me. Speaking of devious, I am a psychic. Well, that's how they knew to get me, I guess. I try to run behind them. Can't really be surprised by that one. I am a psychic, so just one look at you tells me that you are a trainer. And that you tried to sneak behind me, but that was never going to work. Gothita, okay. I could probably just stay in and Assurance, but I think I will switch. Yeah. Yeah, I will. This one has Frisk. No Shadow Tag, of course. I don't think that was released yet. Maybe it was released in this game. I don't remember. But getting hidden abilities in Black and White... I feel like I've talked about this before, but like genuinely all I know is they came from something called the Dream World, and I never looked into how that worked. How to do it, how to get them, so I have no clue how you got hidden abilities in Black and White, except that it was the Dream World. That's all I've got, those words. I can be really bad about ignoring side things like that, never actually learning how they worked. I figured out... I only started using Pokepelago and figuring out what to do with it, like, I think at least a couple years after the end of Gen 7. And then I went, wait, this is really convenient for EV training, but I never knew all this time because I just never looked into it. I think there was also something in Gen 7 called Pokejobs, but I don't know what that was. I just ignored it. I'm really bad about that sometimes, like I said. Same goes for the Dream World. Don't know what it was. Another game that interacted somehow with this one, or kind of feature? I don't know. But I know that people used to refer to hidden abilities as Dream World abilities back then, because that was the only way to get them. Black 2 and White 2 started to open it up a little bit more, and other games in other ways. And of course we got the ability patch in, I think, the Crown Tundra. I think that was the earliest that became a thing. Some fresh water, valuable in the desert. Whether I travel or not, I want to make a great discovery. Don't we all? Bet she just left Castelia City yesterday. Maractus. Interesting little Pokemon, doesn't get a ton of attention. I mean, that's not one of the ones I personally find most interesting, but it's kind of neat. And it's a grass type. How do I beat grass types? I do have Flame Charge on my Blitzel now, but Blitzel's not very strong, so I'll do what I always do and throw my grass type at it. Needle Arm. There's a move you don't see very often. We'll just tackle through this. Can't Leech Seed it, of course. That doesn't do as much as I'd like. Synthesis won't heal too much in the Sandstorm, and doesn't have a lot of PP, but with my Servine also taking sand damage and not doing a whole lot with this tackle, the Synthesis is a little bit annoying. But oh well, we'll just power through it. I don't really have a better idea. Not like I have a Darumaka or something. don't even have a Pidove. Or a Woobat. All kinds of grass answers I've just not gotten. With my encounter luck. Oh, actually, I did just encounter a flying type, didn't I? But I didn't catch it. Oh well. That was a really good flying type, too. I already started to memory hole that. Shows how I feel about it, I guess. Anyway, the Maractus started doing other things besides synthesis, so we are wearing it down now. Goodbye. Swagger, not interested. I'd rather keep Mud Slap. Quebec grows to level 20, that's good. We're getting somewhere. Do I have a Repel active right now? I think I might not, but I don't know. I'll worry about it when I run into a wild Pokemon. Super Potion, I've already gone this way already. Already. Let's just check now whether I have a Repel active. I didn't. Whole bunch of possible encounters down here. Scorching Desert, a passion for adventure in a heated battle. That sounds pretty dynamic, doesn't it? Ducklet. Cute. I should be able to cook this pretty nicely with my Blitzel. Just gotta switch it in safely. Let's go. That's a nice sound effect on that bubble beam. Pop, 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 pop. Took a lot of damage, but survived, and this will one-shot. Goodbye. Quack. Hot, 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 hot! I guess Ducklet is a good Pokemon to have in this environment, though, if you're a ranger. One of the remote parts of this area. Speed is crucial to treat a burn, which gives me a Rostberry. Nice. Very thoughtful. Whether it is hot or cold, there is no problem if you have passion. Alright, gotta like her attitude. Don't know that I agree, but I respect it. This guy's gonna battle me and then block the path, so I'll have to go around. That's how he'll show me the harshness of the desert, through a battle and also by blocking the path. Darumaka, we'll just use Dig against that. Intimidating it is nice, of course. Burrow under the ground. Goodbye, Darumaka. Guess the Intimidate didn't really matter. We can use Dig against this, too. Pursuit. I don't know why everybody's spamming Dark attacks against my Sandile. That looked like it was a crit, too. But you wouldn't know from the damage. I guess if it's a Blitzel, it might only have Dark and Electric attacks, although you'd think this one could have Flame Charge. That Watchog was spamming Crunch into Sandile, too. Desert, hot, mouth, dry, grrf. And I don't know, odd AI choices here, from the looks of it, at face value. Be careful of burns, another Rostberry. You should go see that other ranger and get some water. Grrf. Pokemon gets a burn, it also weakens physical attacks. This works quite well. Sure does. I think that guy over there could use some water. Might be hard to get to him, though. Nice little area tucked away in here. Rock Tomb TM? Okay, okay. I could definitely teach that to Charlottetown. And maybe to Ottawa as well. Montreal can also learn it, but I think I'm good with smackdown accuracy. Do I drop Torment or Mud Slap? I'm going to be a silly person and drop Torment. Keep Mud Slap for accuracy cheese. For now. And let's see what Ottawa has. Rock Smash, Dig, Thief, Water Gun. I don't think Rock Smash is really very useful at this point. And if I change my mind, I still have the TM for that. That is one thing kind of neat. Panpour is not a very strong Pokemon, but one thing that's kind of neat about training it is it has that crazy move pool. I can go 4 attacks, all different types, and have some trouble picking which ones. It's Firestone. Another Psychic. Didn't bother turning to face me, but I guess they knew where I was going to go. Oh, that moment. That's when we use Pokemon. Okay. Okay, this verse is cheating. Yeah, when trainers' eyes meet, they have to battle. You don't have to be Psychic to know that. Colossus. And book Assurance into that. I don't know if this Psychic is entirely on the level. Let's see what's next. Is it a Gothita? Or another Solosis, maybe? Woobat. Okay, didn't see that one coming, but fair play. Doesn't quite get the KO. Okay, don't know why you'd go for that. I think this guy might not actually be Psychic, folks. Oh, it has Assurance? I didn't get my wait, it actually imprisoned my Assurance? Okay, that's funny. I'm just gonna Mud Slap here because it doesn't matter. It's gonna drop the sand damage anyway. My bad. This guy might be Psychic after all. Okay. If he were Psychic, maybe he would have imprisoned my Assurance before the first time I used it. No, this guy's still a fraud, but that was actually a funny move there. Didn't really help him at all, but it was funny. Oh, that moment. That's when you notice how great Pokemon are. Yeah, okay. I guess in this region you can't take that for granted. Sea of Sand, Go-Go... Oh, a Sea of Sand. I don't need Go-Goggles here. Oh, I've come all the way from the Hoenn region. Alright, that guy has traveled far. He did not leave Castelia City yesterday. But yeah, lampshading that we don't need Go-Goggles here does kind of just make me wonder why not. There's an active sandstorm going on. It looks pretty nasty. In Hoenn, you can't even go into the desert without Go-Goggles. No explanation. This guy just says, oh, don't need it. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to buy better repels. Try to remember to do that soon. Countless feelings infuse these ruins. It's fun to imagine them. And how are you feeling? This guy's tapping into the psychic energy of this place more than some of those psychics are. Dwebble, very cute Pokemon. Very fond of its design. Not one of my absolute favorite Pokemon, but just a really nice, solid one. I'll switch. No, I didn't mean to try to run. I'll switch. This thing could land a pretty nasty bug bite or something. I'll go Montreal. Smackdown, okay. Well, I'll throw one right back. There's the bug bite. Yeah, some of these AI decisions are pretty baffling. Welcome to old generation Pokemon, I guess. Throwing off a Rock Polish just in time to get knocked out. Still breaks my brain a little bit that Gen 5 is an old gen now. Like, not just a past gen, but an old one from the classic times of the series. But indisputably it is. It's just I remember when it was brand new and we were contrasting it with what were the old gens then. You know? Let's go into the castle now. Can't fight these Darmanitan until the post game, but this is how you get a Zen mode Darmanitan in this game. You can get a Rage Candy Bar somewhere in the post game. I don't remember where. You can use it to wake these up. Rare instance where a hidden ability was available just in regular gameplay. I was really excited to catch one in my first playthrough, but then I already had a Darmanitan without the hidden ability that I had trained all the way through, so I think I did catch one of these, but then I just kept the Darmanitan that I had already bonded with over my journey on my team. Oh well. Zen mode Darmanitan kind of weird anyway, right? Because it changes when its HP gets low, it changes from a physical attacker to a special attacker. Be a bit of a weird Pokemon to build an in-game moveset for, I guess. Still cool though. There are two things I've learned about quicksand. If you try to walk through the middle, you'll fall. And if you try to run through it, you'll fall. Okay, thanks. We'll leave the repel off for now because I can get an encounter in here. My Psychic-type Pokemon just started making noises. Is that because we're in the ruins, or is it because of you? Alright, now we're getting the real Psychics inside the castle. That makes sense. The ones that were drawn in here. Sigilif. Kind of wish I had one of those. Once again, I could go for Assurance, but Charlottetown's pretty low. I'll switch. Light screen? That's not useful. Psychic power is not very helpful to battling, apparently. That air cutter did some good damage, though, with a crit. But another Smackdown will do this. We'll take care of it. I mean, I did decent damage, though, to Montreal. Oh, I'm about to get a fossil. What fossil do I want? Also, can I go revive it right now? I think I probably can, right? I think I go for Arcan. I think Arcan is... I think Tortuga is actually the one that I like more of the two. I get other water types and stuff later. And Arcan is... It's a really interesting, cool, colorful Pokemon. Defeatist is an issue, but it's still very strong before Defeatist activates. It's got a really bold, striking design. I do like it quite a bit. It's dynamic, you could say. I think that's the one to get in this playthrough. Relic Castle encounter. It's a Sandile. Well, I'll still try to catch it. There's no Dupes Claws here. I don't do Dupes Claws. Let's Mud Slap this thing. That's not doing very much damage. I think I'll switch to Toronto and Leaf Seed it. And start trucking balls. But man, so many cool encounters out in the desert, and all I have to show for it is one, maybe two Sandile. Yeah, so it goes sometimes. A lot of my favorite Gen 5 Pokemon are actually in this desert area. Sandile and its evolutions are one of those. Also Darumaka, or Darmanitan, also Sigilif. And then I guess the fossils, but those aren't regular encounters anyway. But you get the idea. A few of my favorite Gen 5 Pokemon are clustered in this desert. Eh. But RNG is RNG. I have Quick Balls? I didn't remember that. I probably didn't want to waste one on this anyway. I'll go Pokeballs for now. Okay. That's fine. A lot of nice little move sound effects in this game, actually, I'm noticing. The bloop 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 from the Leech Seed, the pop 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 from the Bubble Beam, now the Sand Tube noise. Anyway, second ball caught it. Alright, well, keeping with the capital city theme, I guess. Welcome to sitting in the PC forever because it's not a Nuzlocke anymore, Fredericton. We'll get my Arcan though in a little bit. I think I can go revive it immediately. See, could have had a Yamask as my encounter. Maybe Sandile. Yamask and Sandile might be the only things in here, I'm not sure. That's okay. Yamask isn't that strong anyway. I don't know if I would have bothered to train it. Just being here fills me with magical power. Alright, we're fighting Dua Lipa. I didn't know she was in this game. Maybe Wolf Glick should teach her VGC. I'll try to battle this Woobat. Might drop to this air cutter. Yeah. Oh well. It's fine. I'll go back to that doctor after this anyway. Just Montreal through this problem. Bonk. That's a nice little sound effect too. Or a pair of sound effects. The initial smack and then the bonk as it hits the ground. Beck wants to learn Pursuit. Might as well. I think I can drop Quick Attack for that. I'll keep Thunder Wave. But just like get a little bit more type coverage with the same base power. Unless they're switching, but in-game they're usually not. So same base power as Quick Attack. Just smack this down too. Bonk. Alright. Well, hopefully it doesn't have a way to heal before I wake up. Let's see. Alright, well. It's not like I didn't see that coming. Even so, Smackdown is a 2-hit KO, so I just have to wake up and land one and then land another one. Imprison, nothing to worry about there. I don't have Moonlight or Psybeam or, excuse me, Zen Headbutt. I don't have Moonlight, Zen Headbutt, or Hypnosis on my Boldore. That Zen Headbutt did nothing. Bonk. Nice. Well-timed crit. Love to see it. I seem to be full of magical power too. And I'm going to be so starstruck by battling Dua Lipa there that I'm going to fall into a hole. Oops. Maybe I should have run in there to show the to show myself being pulled in, but I can do that another time. I'll be back here eventually. Let's revive. Actually potentially useful now that this isn't a Nuzlocke anymore. I forgot to use a repel, didn't I? That's why I encountered the Yamask. Let's not run through here. This guy's not going to let me through, and the backpacker gives me the fossil, right? Trainer, you still can't move ahead because there is so much sand. I will do my best to remove the sand. Give me a second. Alright. We good now? Trainer, you still can't move ahead because there's so much sand. Okay. Yeah, this guy's serious about this. I don't know what he's doing to remove the sand. He seems to just be standing here. Anyway. I've been carrying 2 Pokemon fossils, but they're just so heavy. Would you take one of them off my hands? That's a pretty flimsy excuse to get a fossil. Those things have to be valuable, right? I mean, they could be revived into some crazy rare Pokemon. Anyway, I will take the Plume fossil as discussed. It is the fossil of a bird Pokemon that lived in an ancient forest, but they say it couldn't fly. Well, I'll deal with that by evolving it, I think. That definitely is making the team. Anyway, that's enough of this castle. This guy won't let me through, so let's run out of here. Oops. There we go, that's what happens if you run on the quicksand. And let's leave Charon wait. Did you forget that Charon is waiting for us at the gate of Nimbasa City? Let's leave him waiting a little bit longer and run all the way back to Nacrene City to get a new member of the team. First up, it's heal. I've already forgotten this doctor's name, but thank you for healing my team, whoever you are. If I had an Archeops already, I could fly to or an Archon even. I could fly to Nacrene City, except I don't think I have that HM yet either. I don't remember when you get it in this game. I don't remember where you get it in this game. Hopefully somewhere obvious, although I guess in this playthrough it doesn't really matter because I go and talk to all the NPCs anyway. I can go see Charon right now, but I won't. Just stop by a PC on the way and deposit Hamilton the Purloin, because that's definitely the oddmon out here. I also don't have the bike, because I would get that if I just went to Nimbasa City first. But so be it. Get that Archon before we run into any more trainers or anything. I think you have to fight Team Plasma to get the bike, right? You protect the bike shop owner from them, and he gives you a bike. So yeah, let's get an Archon first. I will stop by the Pokemon Center to deposit Hamilton. That Pokemon Center at the bottom level of the skyscraper was such a nice touch for the design of this unprecedented Lower Manhattan-based city Pokemon series. Unprecedented in the series and based on Lower Manhattan. That came out a little bit awkwardly, those two ideas jumbled together. You know what I mean. It was a nice touch, putting a Pokemon Center at the bottom of a skyscraper. Anyway. Back over my favorite bridge in the game. Not going to complain about this view. We get some exhilarating trucks going by, too. Must be a nice scenic drive for them. Hear that wind as the camera zooms way out to give me a nice view, a nice ship going by. Couple more trucks. Good stuff. This is a very pleasant region to run around in. And, as I keep saying, really stepped up its design, especially for these urban areas, compared to everything that came before in Pokemon. As I guess I was gonna say the DS let them do that. I guess this is the second generation on the DS, but even so, you know, they keep working, keep coming up with things that they didn't know how to do before, or didn't think to do before, or whatever it might be. They did a solid job here. Really nice region design. Really built on what had come before. You get it. Anyway. Back at the museum. I am researching Pokemon fossils here. You have a fossil, don't you? Shall I turn it back into a Pokemon? You shall. Alright, I will turn the plume fossil back into a Pokemon. Some of these people kind of speak like robots when you're just reading their dialogue. The fossil you gave me turned back into a Pokemon. This is Archon. Please take good care of it. Okay, that was actually pretty human. Got my Archon. I will nickname it... I'll give this dynamic, colorful Pokemon the nickname Moncton. Oh, it didn't show because I didn't send it to the PC or anything, but his name is Moncton. I'll see. Level 70 or level 75, I wish. Level 25. Careful nature. That lowers special attack, not physical attack, so that's good. It defeatist for the ability, obviously, and it knows Pluck, Ancient Power, Agility, and Quick Guard. That's pretty solid, but let's see what else I can do with my TMs. I think it can learn Rock Tomb, probably. Give it a physical rock-type attack instead of a special one. Yeah, I'll just ditch Ancient Power for Rock Tomb, assuming it learns that. It does. Obviously that can miss, but we'll use that higher physical attack. Maybe it can learn Thief. Let's see. Thief is only 40 power? I thought it was 60. Maybe it is in some games. Can't learn it anyway. You know what? It's worth checking whether it can learn Rock Smash, I think. Rock Smash isn't good, but we're still pretty early in the game here. It can learn Rock Smash. I'll delete Quick Guard. I'm never using that. In an in-game playthrough. But Moncton is immediately one of my higher level Pokemon. Actually, it's tied for third out of 6 Pokemon here. It's not that crazy high level, but it's not useful into the next gym, so we'll just leave it in the back for now. Not train it or give it the experience share. But it'll start showing up in battles soon, I'm sure. Let's see how this guy's feeling about the skeleton, or the skull being returned. Skeletal specimens are so mysterious. From the outside, you can't see their functional, efficient design. It's almost as if it is an embodiment of their former essence. So fascinating. Alright, I guess he's over the crisis that happened then. Look at this unassuming little stone here. I don't know why I'm drawn to that. It's not very remarkable or anything. That's what the museum people say, at least. And now we'll finally go to Nimbasa City. I've run all over a good chunk of the region while Charon is just standing there at the gate. But like I said, we won't keep him waiting for 4 months this time. We won't keep the professor waiting either. If anyone else is waiting to meet up with us in Nimbasa City, just hypothetically, no need to keep them waiting. Let's go. I also only have so much longer right now before I'll have to pause the recording. So I would like to finish before then, but we'll see. I'm not going to force it. I do prefer to do these in one sitting when I can, but sometimes I can't. Do have somewhere else to be in a little while. Can't complain about running across the Sky Arrow Bridge, though. I enjoy it every time. Look at that skyline appearing through the fog. Also, that was a fancy boat that went by. Was that the Royal Unova? Or does that look completely different from that boat? I don't remember. Gotta love the Castelia City skyline approaching like that as you make it toward the end of the bridge. Pass through here. Probably not for the last time ever, but certainly the last time for now. Probably the last time for a while, is what I should say. We'll definitely be back in the city eventually. We got another city to get to. It is about time. One more run through the desert. Good thing there isn't that trainer in Black 2 and White 2 who camps somewhere around here and challenges you every time you run by. Those trainers are nice for grinding, I guess, but they do kind of annoy me when they block a mandatory pathway like that I might be passing through repeatedly. Not a thing in Black and White, though. Go under this exhilarating freeway one more time. A couple different truck designs just went by. There's another one. A traveling backpacker meets a traveling trainer. Yeah. And then they battle because their eyes met, and that's what you have to do. Come on, Jerome. Keep up the narration. I can try out my new rock tomb on this. It is kind of funny. Hidove is cute, but it is kind of funny to me how much it just looks like a pigeon. It's maybe the most, this is just an animal Pokemon design. I'll go Assurance here just to not miss. Be assured of hitting, if you will. I may have been traveling to meet you. Just kidding. Alright, well that's kind of weird. My journey taught me that a journey is not just going somewhere. Meeting people and learning from them are both parts of my journey. Okay, I understand what he's saying now. It's kind of nice, but that was a little weird, bro. Especially with the narration that you just stopped doing almost immediately. And now we get out of the desert. At long last, I meant to talk to the gate attendant, but I just blundered right into Charon and the professor. Hello, Black. Come here. Okay. Elisa called and was asking me all about electric-type Pokemon, and I thought about you guys. That's why I wanted to see you. Ta-da! Freebies for you. I love freebies. Here, Charon. You too, Black. Ultra Balls. Oh, that is a good freebie. Those are good freebies. I don't know how many she gave me, but presumably more than one. If you see Pokemon that you want to have join you, be sure to use a good type of Pokeball, because this could be the first and last time you see that Pokemon. If you encounter a Sigilyph, it might use Whirlwind to just blow you out of the battle. Thanks, Professor. I know it might seem strange for me to say this, since I'm the one who asked you to complete the Pokedex, but please remember to enjoy your journey. I will. Don't worry, this journey is all about the enjoying. I accidentally hit A and skipped whatever she said just now. But it was on screen, so you saw it at least. Now, if you'll please excuse me, I have to go meet Bianca. I was just going over to OBS to check how long this has been so far, and yeah, accidentally skipped some dialogue. I don't think it was anything important. And you can tell me if it was. It seems that the professor gave us the Pokedex as a reason to send us on a journey. At least that's what my mom told me. They wanted us to go out and see the world, so my mom, Bianca's mom, and your mom made a request to Professor Juniper. Wait, hold on. I don't think I knew this lore. I must have read it in my first playthrough, but I guess I just didn't think about it. So Bianca's mom approved of her journey and actually took concrete steps to make it happen, presumably behind her dad's back, because her dad said no. And she went anyway. Now that is an interesting little look into Bianca's family there. Or maybe her mom, maybe it wasn't behind her dad's back, but her dad just said, oh, you've arranged this for her? Well, no, I say she can't. Did we meet Bianca's mom? Was she there in November town? Hopefully next time I'm there I'll remember to look for her. We'll see. Black, what should we do now? I think I'd like to show the professor my thanks by going to Route 4 and catching some Pokemon I haven't caught yet. Alright, he's just going back into the desert. Fair enough, because he skipped it to just stand here waiting for me for like an hour. If you've come from Route 4, Nimbasa City is ahead. Next, if you've come from Route 4, Nimbasa City... Is the idea here that she's speaking like she's talking to a lineup of people? Like, hey, if you come from Route 4, Nimbasa City is ahead. Next person. Here's the same information. You might need it too. Even Sharon wasn't lined up here. I don't know what that is. Some weird dialogue. Look at the electric bulletin board to see what's happening in Nimbasa City. Okay, well. I have no idea what that was about. Heated tennis matches, glowing basketball matches. The excitement awaits you at small court. Glowing basketball matches. They say someone who loved battles also happened to be a railway maniac, and that's why we now have the battle subway. A railway maniac. Names will bring you wonderful relationships. Name Raider in Castelia City. Okay. Nimbasa City, sunny. Route 4, sandstorm. Okay. They say someone who loved battles also happened to be a railway maniac. Well, hey, some people are. Some of my favorite city music in the series. I guess there are a number of contenders, but a few of them are in this game. And this is one. Gramps! We know you run the daycare. How do we know? Because we're Team Plasma. Oh, it's the daycare guy, not the bike shop guy, okay. We are taking Pokemon away from people. Since you work at the daycare, we figure you must have a lot of Pokemon. Hand them over! What kind of nonsense is this? He's like, oh hey, you're that trainer I met who was brand new, starting out on his journey a little while ago. Well, okay, a few months ago. You're probably stronger by now. Oh, a strong-looking trainer. Please help me. If you're going to get in our way, we'll take your Pokemon too. Alright. Here we go. First Team Plasma fight in a while. I guess in game time they were just before the Castelia gem. They really do pop up a lot throughout the story of these games. But it's not like anyone... I never hear anyone complaining about it. Pretty solidly executed villain group overall. Hey, they really fit into the fabric of the region, showing up so often. Anyway. Detect. Could have used Dig there, but I didn't know you'd do that. Now I definitely don't want to use Dig at all if I might use Detect on the damage turn. That Assurance looks like it's just short of a 2-hit KO, though. Maybe it's a roll. It was a roll, I guess. Oh, no, it was a crit. Okay. Well, that works too. Rubbish. That is quite a cry. And quite a design. Anyway, it's also weak to Dig. Toxic Spikes? I don't think that's going to be an issue. I don't think I'm bringing anyone else in. And if I do, hey, I have a flying type now. I just got one. Finally. No. One shot by Dig. Goodbye to this grunt. Plasma! Wah! 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 I don't know how to read that line of dialogue. Not sure how to pronounce it. This went downhill fast, so I think we'd better run! Let's hide out at the amusement park. I don't even get to battle the other one? Okay. Those guys are scared. They couldn't handle my Sandile. Thank you so much. Please take this as a token of my gratitude. It's a brand new bike. I'd always planned on riding around Nimbasa City, but I never ended up riding it. That kind of implies that this guy comes here often, even though the daycare is far away. A little bit of lore there. I don't know what he's doing here. None of my business, I guess. I have a daycare on Route 3. If you have any Pokemon you want me to raise, please drop them off. I just came to sightsee, but I got in a lot of trouble. Well, all good now, buddy. Hey, Black, yoo-hoo! The professor told me Nimbasa City has a lot of things to see and do. The amusement park, big stadium, small court, and the battle subway. I'm going to go see the Pokemon musical. See you later. Okay, so I've got a couple of different prompts to go in different directions, right? Bianca's going to the musical theater. Team Plasma ran off toward the amusement park. I can also just explore the city. I will be doing all three, but the Team Plasma obviously kind of seems more urgent right now, so... Lit by the flash of lightning. That's actually a nice little city slogan there. The amusement park seems more urgent. What's this guy? You're looking for Team Plasma, right? They're entered the amusement park. Come with me. Go past the gym. What a gym design. The outside, but also the inside, of course. They're not here. Let's ride the Ferris wheel and see if we can spot them. I love Ferris wheels. The circular motion. The mechanics. I like collections of elegant formulas. Okay. That's one way to look at them. We'll ride the Ferris wheel. Nice view of some forest, I guess. Little canal. First time I tell you, I'm the king of Team Plasma. Okay, we're just not going to dwell on that. Guess this asks me to work with them to save the Pokemon. As always, the player character is very chill about all this. That's Pokemon for you. I wonder how many Pokemon exist in this world. Alright, nice little Ferris wheel ride. And here are the grunts. My Lord N. You're safe, sire. Confirming, I guess, what he just told me. Not that I didn't believe them. There's no problem. You're part of the people we brought in to help us save the Pokemon. So you're under my protection as well. Go quickly and let my battle cover your retreat. Now then, Black, do you follow my logic? Let's actually think about this. Do I follow his logic? Not really. I mean, I'm pretty steeped in people telling me about the mutual benefits of the time they spend with Pokemon, even random hikers out in the middle of the desert. No. Backpackers, I mean. Maybe I should be a little bit more fair and say, yeah, I don't really agree, but I kind of see your perspective. I could have said yes to that, but... Yeah, we're drawing battle lines here. So that's how it is. That's unfortunate. Then, the future I envision. Perhaps I can't beat you here and now, but I'll buy you time anyway to buy... I'll battle you anyway to buy time for these members of Team Plasma to flee. Was this the third end battle of the game? Now officially representing Team Plasma. Not that it was especially subtle before. He'll also lead with the Sandile. So Anna's lost to me a couple of times already, and we've talked a little bit about the value of battle and communicating as communication between trainers. I think his views might start to get a little bit shaken, which is to say, I know that they are. They did a while ago. But we're still a long way from the climactic battle, of course. He's just protecting his followers right now. Well, let's go ahead and hand him another defeat. There goes the Sandile. He'll probably go either Sigilif or Darumaka next. Darumaka. Well, I have something for that. I have 2 rock types on my team now. That's an obvious opening for another encounter. And there'll probably be a couple more encounters in this episode. We'll see. There is kind of somewhere obvious to go before the gym. A couple of different areas. Goodbye, Darumaka. I don't think I'm finishing this episode in one sitting. I've forgotten what his other Pokemon was. It is, of course, Scraggy. Scraggy also... Not one of my favorites, but it certainly does also exist down in the desert. I'll go back to Toronto for this. It's not a bad Pokemon in these games. In terms of performance, it's not... I'm not a big fan of its design. I mean, it's nice for what it is. I'm just not a big fan. Okay, the pants falling down is actually kind of funny. Okay, we break through confusion, land a Leaf Tornado. Does about half with an accuracy drop. Very nice. He still lands the Brick Break. That did a lot. That was a crit. Your Pokemon look happy. Or, sorry, that was Zen talking. Your Pokemon look happy. See, he's starting to get it. Does it look like I'm abusing them? I don't think so. They love me enough to break through confusion and knock out your Scraggy. And that just leaves Sigilif. He has one and I don't, but I'm not sweating it too much now that I have a flying type with a cool, colorful design. Even if I lose, it's different from the future I saw. Won't switch Archon in hard on this though, so we'll just go back to Boldore. But yeah, I think this Boldore might not be too long for this team. Now that I have another rock type that's a little bit more interesting to me. That crits. I'm glad I didn't just let Moncton take that. But here comes a Psybeam. Ooh, big damage even through the Eviolite. Don't quite knock it out back. Yeah, don't quite KO back. Might need Quebec or Moncton to finish the job here. Montreal faints. But I'll go Quebec because I'm training Quebec for the gym. Throw off a Shockwave. Sigilif is faster. The Psybeam almost one-shots, but not quite. But it does confuse. Do we break through the confusion? No, we don't. Quebec knocks itself out. Not ideal, but we will give Moncton its battle debut here. Even if we're knocked into defeatist range, that should be fine at this point. I'll just go for Pluck, so I don't have to worry about missing. Not even defeatist range. This will be a full-powered Pluck, knocking out the Sigilif. Establishing which flying type is better, and also whose worldview is better. The result was the same. I didn't catch the rest of what he said. We're gonna have to establish whose worldview is better a couple more times, though. Quite strong. Whatever future, not much change. And for that future... Ooh. Dramatic close-up. I'll defeat the champion and become unbeatable unlike any other. I'll make all trainers free the Pokemon. Just try and stop me. If you want to be together with Pokemon, your only hope is to collect the badges from each area and head for the Pokemon League. Try and stop me there if you dare. If your conviction is strong enough, you'll never be... if your conviction is not strong enough, you'll never be able to defeat me. Oh, we'll see how strong my conviction is. But yeah, spoken like the hero of ideals over there. Nice Super Repel. Kind of an obvious hidden item there. And then here's an unhidden item. X attack. Shall we go to the musical hall next? That's where Bianca's hanging out. Might as well talk with people in the amusement park area first. Spinning, spinning Ferris wheel. Climbing, climbing Ferris wheel. Okay. Yeah, great. Insightful conversation. Love it. No matter how old you get, amusement parks are always exciting, am I right? Look, look, it's a clown. Whooshing, swooshing roller coaster. Whirl, twirl, whirl, twirl. Whoa! I like this clown more than the other one. that did kind of make me chuckle. Alright, Pokemon Center. Heal the team. Musical area. Then explore the rest of the city. And then explore the east. Might as well talk to the Pokemon Center people while I'm here. Also, might as well remember to buy Super Repels. I'm sure I can by now. Nimbasa City rocks! There was a guy who gave me an HM called Strength for free. He's somewhere near this Pokemon Center, so why don't you go look for him? Oh, I'll find him, don't worry. I did remember that HM location, but also I'm going to talk to everybody anyway, so it doesn't matter. My beauteous Minccino. I met it on Route 5. I'm pretty sure it will be popular in musicals. Well, if it's so beauteous, I'm sure it will be. Super Repels? Might as well buy like 50 of them. Why not? Well, maybe I'll want Max Repels later, but I don't know, we'll worry about that later. I think I read once that Super Repels are more cost effective anyway. Like you get more steps for your money compared to Max Repels. Anyway. Not too worried about money with this amulet coin. Here we go. Let's read the sign. Musical theater. Ooh, black. Are you interested in musicals? Then let's go in together. I actually don't know if I've ever done a musical. I will now, of course. It might be the first time ever in all the years since this game came out. Amazing. Maybe say amazing. I don't know. Isn't it? Hello, you two. How do you do? I'm the owner of this theater. Pleasure to meet you. And he kind of sizes this up. Oh, I must say, you two seem like phenomenal trainers. That's a lot of people this episode saying that they can figure that out on site. I don't know how, but okay. What do we do here? We use props to make your Pokemon fashionable and glamorous. Do you want to join in and play dress up? To get you started, here's a prop case. Alright. Got a prop case. This prop case lets you store props for decorating your Pokemon. First off, you need to pick a Pokemon. Let's pick my newest one, Moncton. Then it's time to play dress up. Alright, oh, this is all on the bottom screen. Does it go to the top screen after I do it? Let's see, I'll just do what I usually do here in a playthrough. Pretty much the same design every time. Design, outfit, I don't know what to say. Doesn't matter what the Pokemon is, I pretty much always just do this. Not letting me put the cane anywhere. Maybe Arkin just can't hold a cane. Even though it has that hand sticking out right there. Alright, well, skipping the cane. It's still on the bottom screen. I gave it sunglasses, a top hat, and a bow tie. Actually, it looks kind of nice. Dressed up like that. Wow, the two of you did a fantastic job coordinating everything. Utterly charming. If you have a Pokemon who can play dress up, you can participate in the Pokemon musical. Would you two please join us? The receptionist can explain everything. Let us say a brief farewell. I eagerly anticipate seeing you on stage. He just wanders off. Oh, I don't know what to do. Doing the musical would be totally cool, but there's other stuff I want to do. Okay, that's it. I made up my mind. I'm going to see the sights in Nimbasa. See ya, Black. That's fair. There are a lot of sites in Nimbasa. I think I will do a musical. I, again, don't know whether I ever have before, but this is the playthrough for it. If you are active in the musical, people will become your fans and give you props. If you don't have any I don't have any props, so I'll give you this instead. Echoed voice TM? Okay. Not bad. That's actually a decent TM for early in the game. Come a little bit weirdly late here. I think this is the generation it debuted, so maybe it was Gen 4, I don't know. Maybe they didn't know where to put it. I think you usually get it earlier in a game than this, but it's not a bad move for like early to mid-game. Power boosted more and more if it's used every turn. That's actually kind of solid. Having a group use it might work well. Originally, people performed in this musical theater. Yeah. One time, a Pokemon wandered up on stage and started imitating the actors. Everybody thought it was sensational. Ta-da! The Pokemon musical was born. That's kind of a cute story. Know what? When there are cute Pokemon, my eyes are glued to the stage. I want to make Pokemon more glamorous than ever before, so I'm researching the styles others use when playing dress up. Okay. And there's an upstairs area here. That's probably where that guy went. When you play dress up, matching the show you're performing is important. If it's a good match, you can win the hearts of the audience. You'll be sure to attract attention. If you're going to get on stage, it's a waste if you don't stand out. Pokemon props each have their own image. Cool, cute, elegant, or quirky. I don't know if I've ever talked to these NPCs before. I'm learning about how this minigame works right now, although I still don't understand it. But we'll get there. Before you play dress up, take a moment to think about the image you prefer. We really want you to participate in the musical. I apologize in advance if any of our props don't suit some kinds of Pokemon. Pokemon are individuals, after all. Yeah, I really wanted my Arkin to hold a cane, but apparently couldn't. This, I guess, is where your picture goes if you win. You can hang musical photos from previous shows here, yeah. It doesn't say if you win. We'll find out. Maybe. Well, maybe I'll win my first one, who knows. I'm not trying to brag, but we're rather rich. When you say rich people, you think musical. It's a matter of taste, I guess. That is... I'm not gonna be honest. We are not playing the same word association game. When I say rich people, a lot of things come to mind, and I don't think musical is one of them. But okay, if you say so. It is such a treat when trainers have played dress up with their Pokemon with such charming results. There's the robot voice again. Or maybe it's like old rich guy voice. It is such a treat when trainers have played dress up with their Pokemon with such charming results. Okay, That kind of works. I want to sit on the chair, but I can't. The seats are beyond this entrance, but I think you belong on the spectacular stage. That's a really nice way of saying, hey, you don't have a ticket, get lost. I think you should be in the show instead of watching the show. Now, there are 3 receptionists. I don't know what the differences are. Let's talk to the... I think the one on the middle is probably what I want, so let's talk to the other 2 first. Welcome to the Pokemon Musical. Here you and your friends can perform together. Would you like to participate? That's all she says? Okay. What about this one? Oh, here you and your friends. Maybe that's for multiplayer musical. Was that a thing? It probably was. Welcome to the Pokemon Musical. This is a changing room for dress up only. Okay. And then if I want to do a single player musical, it's probably the receptionist in the middle. Welcome to the Pokemon Musical. Here you can participate in a musical alone. Yes, that's what it is. Okay. Would I like to participate? I don't think I've ever done this before. Info. Alright. What's the Pokemon Musical? Pokemon Musical is a show where Pokemon wearing props perform on stage. Anyone can participate. We encourage all trainers to show the world how charming their Pokemon are. The audience is looking forward to seeing how you dress up your Pokemon and how your Pokemon perform. Okay, how to participate. You can join the musical from any of the 3 reception areas. The reception area in the center is for participating alone. When you participate alone, you'll be joined by other trainers from around the Unova region. If you want to put on a musical with your friends, go to the left reception area. You'll be asked to pick a leader who will choose which show to perform. Okay, interesting. And the others will join the group. The reception area to the right is where you go to dress up only. By the way, this is all new to me, I'm pretty sure, like I keep saying. I did do contests in the Hoenn games, and a little bit in the Sinnoh games. More than a little bit. I did contests occasionally. But yeah, maybe I was older. I was a little bit less inclined to get sidetracked by mini games. I just completely skipped over the musicals, even though I did contests. I don't know how similar these are to contests. I don't know how different they are. I actually did Pokestar Studios in Black 2 and White 2 at one point as well. I played through a bunch of that. But like long after I played through the game, and I was just kind of passing time, and Pokestar Studios was, big and interesting and attention grabbing. Gets you into some weird situations. So it's not like I'm some mini game hater. I just happen to have skipped this one. I'm looking forward to actually finding out how it works all these years later. What, like 14 years, 15 years after this game came out? 14. We can round this one. 14 years after this game came out. The Pokemon that will participate in the musical are chosen from your party at the reception area. Because of their shape, some Pokemon have a hard time wearing certain props. Let my Archon hold a cane. You might want to try dress up in the changing room first if you're worried. Dress up. Oh, dress up is my favorite part. That's where you put the props you've collected on the Pokemon that will be performing. Depending on the Pokemon, you can put the props in different places. When you use props that fit the theme of the show you've chosen, the audience will notice your Pokemon more. Sometimes a prop that doesn't fit the theme will also make your Pokemon stand out. Ah, interesting. Now there are layers to this. If you want to get an idea of how it's done, you can watch how other people dress up and then try it yourself. You can choose which show to perform when you participate in the musical. There is no need for trainers to give commands, but if your Pokemon is carrying a prop in its arms, it can use that prop to show off and appeal to the audience. Let my Archon hold a cane. Depending on how you dress up your Pokemon, the reactions from the audience will change. Alright, that's all the info. I will participate. I have no idea whether this minigame is good or not. I suspect it's probably not very good because I never heard much hype around it or anything, but I'm genuinely looking forward to this. Moncton, of course. Stardom, Forest Stroll, Sweet Soiree, Exciting Nimbasa. Let's do Exciting Nimbasa. I want to dress my Archon up like I did earlier. The Sweet Soiree might be a better fit for that. The Forest Stroll, certainly not. But I'm curious about what Exciting Nimbasa will entail. Welcome to the musical. I'm very pleased with your participation. Participants for this musical are... Telgin? Not a name I know. We'll participate with Panny. Probably a Pan something monkey. Sedgley will participate with Rush. Don't know what Pokemon that is. I'm gonna guess a Drillbur with Sand Rush, maybe. Black will participate with Moncton. Rose will participate with Sags. I have no idea what Pokemon Sags is going to be. Oh, maybe a Scraggy, because it's Pants Sag. And the show you'll be performing is Exciting Nimbasa. That is a popular show among boys. And without further ado, let's play Dress Up. Still on the bottom screen. And for some reason, the props that I used earlier are all off on the side. They're not in the main circle. I don't know what that's about, but I'm just going to use the same ones. Can I add a cane? No, they haven't been listed. Arkan has a hand perfectly stretched out that looks like it's ready to grab onto a cane, but no cane. 1 second. Hang on. Bear with me for a second. Okay. I took a screenshot of my Arkan. I don't know what I'll do with that, if anything, but... Anyway. I guess everyone is ready. Let's go up on stage. Maybe this will be on the top screen? Looks like it. I see the audience on the bottom screen. Bunch of people sitting around. Kind of like at PokeStar Studios, except I think these people look a little more realistic. Pansage, Herdier, our guy Moncton, and Scraggy. So Herdier was Rush. That also gets Sand Rush. Maybe that is the inspiration for the nickname. And there's our guy. I don't think I was on theme exactly, but hard to say what an exciting Nimbasa theme would look like. Look at them go. I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing anything. The game's not prompting me to. And the receptionist did say that they don't need commands from their trainers. Moncton seems to be dancing around just fine there. Also, I just realized I said that portrait is if you win the musical. There might not be any competitive side to this. It's not a contest. And that would help to explain that, and the fact that I'm not doing anything right now and I'm just watching this. Could help to explain why I never heard much hype around this minigame. That racket twirl was kind of nice. Alright, some nice somersaults. We're getting some nice somersaults from our guy too. Look at him go. This is charming. This is very cute and charming, genuinely. But yeah, it's not much of a game. There's not really much gameplay to it. So I can see why this wasn't massively popular as far as I know. That was kind of fun to watch once, though. I will absolutely display my musical photo in the musical theater as the bottom screen is asking me. Good job. It was quite an interesting musical. Yeah, it's hard to imagine wanting to do that a second time, but doing it once? Kind of cute and charming, kind of liked it. I've received comments for you from the audience. Well, I am so pleased. I will give them to you in order. What order? The order in which you got the comments? Why am I first? Black's dress-up performance was very elegant. It was not highly noticeable, but I liked it. Keep it up. Alright, I have no idea how the game evaluates that, but I'm not really clear on whether I did badly or I did well despite not understanding the theme and not really caring. But I'm not sweating it. I don't think there was any competition to this. Oh, now we go all the way to player 1. Very cool. Watching your Pokemon's sharp moves, I also felt cool. Okay. Sedgley's dress-up performance was very unique. Watching your Pokemon's sharp moves, I also felt unique. Everybody gets the most generic comment. Like, one word changed except me. And they are going in order, except for some reason I was first. That's kind of... I don't know what's going on. They're not even changing the words. We're just saying unique. Sedgley was unique. Guess what? Rose's dress-up performance was very unique. Oh, okay, but now the feedback changes. The Pokemon used props to convey such abundant expression, just as if they were actors. Wait, but that was just feedback on Rose's Pokemon. Why was that plural? Rose's performance was very unique. Everyone did great. Alright. Thank you very much for participating in the musical. And then for me, it's like... Yeah, I didn't really notice you that much, but I liked you. Please join another musical again. Have a great day. I think one musical is enough, but that actually was kind of fun one time. But I understand why I never heard as much about this as I did about contests or even PokeStar Studios, both of which I also played myself when their games were current. But hey, there's our guy. Exciting Nimbasa, Moncton the Arkan. Looking all dapper. In a musical that doesn't really seem to have called for that. But that made him stand out some to the audience, while also not drawing much attention. Don't ask questions. Don't question it. We just did that. Anyway, Spirits high, vibes immaculate. Let's step outside and have some more fun in this city. Oh, it's Bianca's dad. Daddy? What are you doing here? I've come to take you back home, of course. Your mother told me that you'd made it all the way out here. Wow, snitch. Well, maybe she thought it would change his mind, right? Bianca did so well. She managed in Nimbasa City. See, she's doing great. Everything's fine. And he just shows right up. Haven't you gone far enough? Probably drove here on that freeway. No way! I'm going to keep traveling with Black and my Pokemon. Absolutely not. Others do things their way, and we do things ours. Yeah, and Bianca does things her way, bro. Is that so? Then how about you do things your way and I'll do things mine? Exactly! See, Bianca knows. Sweetie, you keep going on your travels. This moment's always a little weird to me. Like, you're rooting for Bianca to be able to continue her journey, obviously. Her dad is... Well, I mean, if we ignore some of the weirdness of the whole premise of a Pokemon journey for children and stuff, her dad is in the wrong here. We're supposed to understand that. It is always a little bit weird to be the gym leader just shows up and is like, I am going to intervene in this parenting decision. But it is for the best. And Bianca's getting a new role model. Sort of. A new person to inspire her. She's not... Again, Bianca is very self-aware and true to who she is. She's not going to try to be like Elisa, but she's going to take inspiration from Elisa that she can put toward her own particular way of living. Hey, who do you think you are? This is a family matter. See, I mean, like, I'm not rooting for the guy, but he kind of has a point there. My name is Elisa. I'm this town's gym leader. I also happen to be a model. All right. just flexing here. You know, there are many people in this world. There are people whose way of thinking may be completely different from yours. Sometimes, this means you get hurt. Of course. That's exactly right. It's because I'm worried about that. But it's important to keep trying, to learn about the differences between yourself and others. To learn that being different is okay. See, Bianca, you know Bianca's going to take this to heart, because she's already kind of thinking it. She's actually pretty well on this path already. I mean, really, this is a message for her dad, right? And for the player. And you shouldn't worry. Trainers always have Pokemon at their side. Pokemon are wonderful. It's not only how cute they can be, but also how much you can depend on them. By the way, also, this is coming after Bianca just got into actual danger back in Castelia City. And she... Well, she did. I think she did still have Pokemon by her side. I think only one of them was stolen, but... She did kind of get hurt, and it had potential to get a lot worse. But she's rallied. She's trained up, she's come back stronger. The ups and downs of the journey were important to her personal growth. And her overprotective father would have gotten in the way of that. And I guess you can extrapolate this to the broader story and say N's ideal world would get in the way of that mutual development for people and Pokemon alike. Even though N has a point about bad things that happen in the status quo. People and Pokemon get hurt sometimes. I mean, it's a pretty optimistic worldview, right? Like, but it is just kind of the reality as well. There are ups and downs in life, and not to suggest that people always grow stronger from adversity. Sometimes adversity really wrecks people, but some amount of it is kind of important. And as a society, we kind of have to be able to tolerate that. That's something that N is going to have to learn, because he's coming from a very rigid worldview where he only saw the dark and painful side of things. But he has an open enough mind that we'll get him there. And here's Bianca's father on a smaller scale within his own family, forced to confront the same lesson, which Bianca understands really well. Because she's a very self-aware, mature character that she is. Mature, even though she's... I do mean, mature. She's a real wisdom to her, even though she's also kind of the naive young girl out from a small town out on a journey for the first time. She's learning and growing quickly. And she has some real insight to start off with. And her father is gonna start respecting that in just a moment. Please. I know there's gonna be painful stuff like you're worrying about. Again, there has been for her already. I know, really, I get it. She does. But, listen. There'll be tons of nice people, too. Know what else? Since I've been traveling with Pokemon, I've already gotten tougher. I can totally tell. So, please? He's thinking. Respect to him. He's taking this seriously. I guess. Wanting to continue your journey is selfishness on your part. Wanting to stop you is selfishness on mine. See, Bianca's dad gets to a good place too. I was saying, oh, he's in the wrong, he's the bad guy here, but... I mean, it is again kind of a microcosm of the whole story of this game. You can understand where he's coming from. It's sympathetic to an extent. There's room to hear out each other's perspectives, and... you know, there's real merit to what he says. Again, Bianca has gotten into danger in her journey already. But ultimately, he considers the other perspective, and he changes his mind to what I think, and you probably think, and we're probably meant to think, is the healthier view. But it's not necessarily the easiest view for everyone to embrace. I'm surprised to find I'm the one being childish. At my age, gym leader's comments helped me wake up. Bianca, I'm sure it's better that you take the path you want to take now. I hope that your journey will be fun. Bon voyage. And by the way, here he is admitting that he's in the wrong. But again, it's not like there was nothing to what he was saying. I do agree that he was in the wrong. But you can understand where he was coming from. And Elisa and Bianca, both understanding that, helped to reach him and help to bridge that gap. And it's going to happen on a grander scale later in this story. Black, please, take care of my little girl, okay? And he's out of here. Back on the freeway. Papa, I'll come home after I find out what I really want to do. And see Bianca not resenting him. She understands. Bianca, really insightful character. She understands what just happened there. She still loves and respects her father. She's going to go and, you know, do what's best for her and live out her personal growth, independent of what he says, but she's going to come home after and see him again. It's a nice little moment, and it ties very nicely into the themes of the story. I'm sure he traveled as a trainer himself in the past. Being a parent must be hard. See, she's kind of empathetic too. She's speaking up. I said it's kind of a weird moment that she's intervening in this family dynamic, but you know, she's seen something that she thinks is wrong and speaking up, but she's doing it in a thoughtful, understanding way. This is really kind of what makes the story of this game and some of these moments so special. This is good stuff for, you know, especially a younger player who is still trying to figure out their life and how to deal with some of these dynamics himself. A surprising amount of insight in this Pokemon game story here. I mean, hey, that's why it's loved, right? Well, part of why. Big part of why. Did I meddle unnecessarily, second-guessing herself? He looked troubled, so I decided to chime in. But hey, she stepped up and it helped. It was kind of bold, but everybody's better off for it. By the way, if you're trainers, please come stop by the Pokemon gym. I'll teach you a little something about how tough a journey can get. Oh, now the gym leader comes out. Now she's ready to put us in our place. But again, that's also a step in our personal growth, right? My team's going to come out stronger. I'll be a stronger trainer in theory. She's so cool. Ha! I want to be a totally cool woman like Elisa. I wonder how I'll get there. Well, before that, I guess I need to discover what I really want to do. See you later, Black. Yeah, we'll get more updates from Bianca soon. I'm really enjoying Bianca's character so far in this playthrough. I feel like I kind of slept on her before. I have to pause the recording pretty soon anyway, and this seems like a good time for it. So even though we're not at the end of the episode, I will stop here and come back another day, I think. But it'll be the same video for you. But yeah, that is a nice moment to leave off for now. Anyway, we'll just cut to the next recording session from your point of view. Okay, something that I was thinking, I think trying to say yesterday. Last recording session, yesterday for me. But I wasn't putting the words together right, is one thing I appreciated about that moment with Bianca's dad was that although he was made a somewhat sympathetic character, the game didn't both sides it. We are meant to understand that he's in the wrong. Everyone else in that moment thinks he's in the wrong, and he comes around to believing it too. But at the same time, you know, he's not a villain. He leaves the scene on good terms with, well, his daughter, most importantly, but also everybody else there. But it's not like, if you watched my X playthrough last year, there's that one moment where Serena says something about how maybe we should have compromised with Lysander. And that landed really weirdly with me, considering what Lysander wanted to do. I don't know if both sides is the right term, but yeah, this game doesn't do that. And of course, again, we're going to see that on a bigger scale with N. Where, you know, there can be right and wrong sides of a conflict, but even so, things aren't necessarily black and white. N doesn't have to be a villain, and in the end, he isn't. Anyway, did the musical last time. Same video for you. The musical was kind of fun and charming and whimsical. I enjoyed doing it once, but there's very little gameplay to it. I was mostly just watching, and for what little gameplay there is, there's not really a clear goal to work towards. So, I mean, I'm not mad about it being in the game. The game doesn't seem to have suffered for whatever time went into creating it, but I can understand why I never heard very much about it compared to contests or even PokeStar Studios in the same generation. Now I've got the rest of Nimbasa City to explore, and I realized between recording sessions that I'm pretty sure I can also go to Anvil Town this episode. How many of you ever went to Anvil Town in your own playthroughs? I did a long time ago. I don't think there's much there, but we'll take a look. Yeah, Nimbasa, we'll go that way later. Nimbasa City first, and then Anvil Town. I'll double back up here. Let's see what's going on over here by the water. Nimbasa's Pokemon Gym is in the amusement park. No doubt it has a surprising gimmick. Yeah, no doubt. I was a good girl, so I got to go to the amusement park. Ferris wheel, Ferris wheel. I love Ferris wheels. Alright, those kids are having fun. Yeah, we'll go here in a little bit, but let's go this way first. As it happens, Nimbasa City is a major destination for Pokemon battles. There are a lot of Pokemon trainers in lots of these buildings. Is that right? Can I get into... Oh, maybe it's just talking about like the sports facilities, which I'm familiar with already. Although, what's this? The Battle Institute? Didn't I stumble onto this in X and go, oh, hey, I completely missed this? This is where it debuted, I think. Gen 5. I will judge your battles in a battle test. Alright, that's a little intense. Maybe too early for me to challenge. I will judge your battles in a battle test. Never mind, not you. Come back after you finish your journey. Alright, I'll try to remember to do that. One of these two buildings will give me strength. I mean, somebody in there. I think it's this guy, actually. You experience feeling like a powerful man. Alright, yeah, that sounds like someone who's going to give me strength. There it is. I wonder what he says if you're playing as a girl. It might just be the same line. I mean, there's no reason it can't be. But yeah, it's probably just the same line. Anyway, a Pokemon that can use strength can push a big rock even when it is not fighting. If you want to push some rocks around, go to Route 16. Thump, thump. Alright, this guy really loves pushing rocks around. Let's see what they think about that. These two over here. Have you seen the musical? My own Pokemon up on the stage? That is an indescribably moving experience. I mean, it's kind of nice. Castelia City is the heart of business, Nimbasa City is the heart of leisure, various people and Pokemon gather all over Unova, and the region is becoming more and more lively. Yeah, we saw Nacrene City was kind of a hub of art. It was kind of gentrified, but hub of art at this point. Striaton City is a nice restaurant. I don't have a lot going for it otherwise. There's some science there, I guess. We'll see Driftvale City, which is what I sooner think of as a hub of business, but I guess like Driftvale City is the hub of industry. And Castelia City is full of office workers grinding away. I don't remember what some of the other cities are about. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, Lucid City is, I guess it kind of depends on your game version. It's sort of like the place of nostalgia and old legends, but maybe more so in white than in black. We'll take a look at how it is in black when we get there. That's still a ways off. A sports game like baseball or football starts at a certain time every day. That's in big stadium. Oh, it is... I didn't think about what time of day I'm playing. I wonder whether I'll actually be able to get in. Well, we'll see. Oh? Oh my! Your Sandile seems to like you. That's so nice. Makes me want to give you this. A Soothe Bell? Nice. Okay. If I get any happiness evolutions, I can't remember whether there are any in base black and white. So, in the Gen 5 Pokemon list. I feel like there must be, but I can't think of what. Woobat, maybe? I don't have a Woobat. Anyway, if Pokemon holds a Soothe Bell, it will become more friendly to you. In the small court, you can find games of basketball and tennis. Alright, lots of sports fans, lots of rock-pushing enthusiasts. Fun little house there. Let's see what's in the next one over. This is actually not that big a city now that I'm running around. It's sort of, the way it's laid out, sort of segmented, creates that illusion a little bit, but pretty soon it'll be time to go to the subway station and beyond. Anyway, people say shiny Pokemon look like they're gleaming when they come out of the grass. Shiny Krokorok. I wonder what colors they are. That's a decent one, I think. The yellow color, right? I think. If I compared the glow of Nimbasa to something, it would be the sun. Yes, the sun. It inspires me to give you this. Sunny day? Sunstone. Okay. That would be nice if I had a Petalil or a Cottonee, so good time to get one. Sunstones are stones that make certain Pokemon evolve. I gave it to Cottonee as a present. If you love your Pokemon, even if it changes its appearance, you'll stay connected with your Pokemon. Yeah, fair. When a Pokemon evolves, it gets stronger and its appearance changes significantly. A Pokemon that you keep from evolving will learn moves more quickly. Yeah, that's true. They do tend to do that. Leisurely trips by train. Riding from Gear Station to Anvil Town feels a bit like a dream. Yeah, we'll go to Anvil Town. Let's talk to these guys first. We athletes, before we go inside, we athletes in our Pokemon show excellent teamwork. You can see it at big stadium and small courts, so please stop by. Coming to flashy Nimbasa City makes me feel light and happy as if I were holding an air balloon. It is kind of nice that, like, the entertainment capital of the Unova region, you know, the musical theater and the athletic facilities offer a nice little bit of flavor, especially being all gathered in this one district over here. There are performers crowding around Route 5, and of course, Nimbasa City being at the center of the region. That's kind of fitting for the entertainment hub of the region. You know, it's got the central spotlight, all the region's attention on it. So then, of course, it's also the hub for the subway. It's a nice region design. I don't know if I have anything deep to say about it, but it's pleasant. Anyway, seeing all the fun the Pokemon and trainers are having fills me with energy. Nobody else over here. What does this sign say? And it's just a trainer tips sign. Alright, small court first. We'll work our way up to the big stadium. We love sports. Watching games is great, but we enjoy watching practices too. New styles of basketball and tennis created by people in Pokemon. These may be advanced forms of sports. I wish I could learn more about that. Unfortunately, I don't think I can. I watch them practice quietly because I trust the athletes. What are you, like a front office executive or a team owner or something? Or a quiet, respectful fan? Man, I'm from Toronto. I'm not too familiar with those. Oh, hum. I can copy that play in my next game. I guess is what he's saying. Just taking the scenery a little bit here. I like how these stands are designed. Yeah, Toronto sports fans are not big on quiet, respectful, humble about what we know and what we don't know. If you speak to athletes during a practice, they may challenge you to a Pokemon battle. Oh, well, let's find out. First-ranked Smashers are waiting for you in the court with their Pokemon. Does tennis right now? Yeah, tennis. Let's go. Elegant Smasher is an elegant battle. I don't really know why Smasher is the word for a tennis-playing trainer class. I guess they just needed some kind of... I don't know why it couldn't be tennis player, but I guess they wanted it kind of one word catchy, or not catchy, snappy? I don't know what I'm saying. I'm also just not super knowledgeable about tennis. I enjoy watching it, but I don't do that often. I know the word smash has an association with tennis, I just don't know if it's as strong as, like... What are the basketball players called in this game? Hoopsters or hoopers or something? I don't know. Maybe. This is just me not knowing tennis. Because I'm a lady, I won't be chagrined at losing the battle. Okay, cool. These two won't battle. They'll just talk. Oh, there's somebody over here too. But yeah, early in the game like this, there's only going to be one trainer in here. Of course, in the post-game, there will be several trainers with high-level Pokemon. So it's a nice spot for a little bit of experience. To become ball boys, we gotta practice. I probably will come back here in the post-game. I usually do. In a playthrough. Tennis is all about rackets and balls. There's nothing profound about it. I do like this this net here. This looks like a high-tech laser net. For all I know, maybe that exists in real life, but I've never seen it. Pokemon tennis is wonderful. Players are never alone. Their Pokemon are always with them. I'm a ball boy who collects tennis balls. You are a Pokemon trainer who collects Pokemon. Okay, yeah. And did I talk to this receptionist-looking woman? I can't remember. Tennis players practicing a small court. Okay, so that would have told me that it was tennis from the get-go. Let's see what's going on at Big Stadium. Oh, a game. Can't go in there. Okay, there's a football game right now. Racing the same Pokemon as my favorite athlete's Pokemon. I am sorry, but you cannot go onto the field because a game is in progress. There's that robot speak again. Let's see if they all say the same thing. Yeah. Yeah, something there. It really does feel like there's something up just a little bit with the localizing in this game sometimes. Like, I don't know. I wonder how that would happen. Like, if you just, like, did they just go very literal with the Japanese in a way that doesn't map to informal English speech with contractions and stuff in it? I have no idea. I don't know what goes in. I don't know. I know very little about the Japanese language and probably less about what goes into the process of localizing a game like this. But it is just a little bit stilted sometimes with some of these NPCs' dialogue. I am sorry, but you cannot go in. Anyway. You sure look up to athletes when you're a kid. Oh, yeah. Oh, I got more people here, probably because there's a game on. Just one ball can make people and Pokemon smile. Sports are wonderful things. Yeah, they're all watching. They're all gathered at the front here. This guy's dancing while he watches. That's fun. Yahoo! He's having a blast. I want to be a person who is good at football and Pokemon battles. Professional athletes look so attractive during a game. There, turn like that. On the field, they play games in earnest. Following a ball right and left makes me feel woozy. Eee, turn this way! Alright, that's fun. That's a fun little group of fans there. Can't go to the field, of course, because there's a game on. These guys are sorry, but they cannot allow me to pass. I think that does just leave the subway station, then. It's a big place, though, isn't it? I think there are a lot of NPCs in there. I also think it's over here, and I started to turn the wrong way there. Battle subway. Oh, what's this? I won. Then I lost. Your station is trains where you can battle other trainers. The battle subway. You're a trainer, aren't you? Please just accept this without a word. Okay. Got a versus recorder. The versus recorder, you can record battles with friends who are on the battle subway. I know some people really miss that feature. Anyway, this woman of mystery will go somewhere. That's right, she'll go to the Battle Institute. Alright, well, good for that woman of mystery, but they don't want me over there. I'm too noobish or something. Look at this area. Your station. Okay, it looks a little bit weird on my screen right now, actually, but hey. This is Pokemon really playing around with perspective before the jump to the 3DS. We'll see more of that in this game. The Battle Subway has 7 lines in total, but I heard that the only lines you can take at the beginning are the single, double, or multi-trains. Okay. Does that mean I could do a Battle Subway run right now? I don't know. But, come on. The Battle Subway. As the name suggests, it's the subway where trainers wage battles. Thank you. Thanks for that. Hi. Please tell me how you introduce yourself before a battle and how you feel when you win or lose. Okay. Alright, introduction. Oh, it's this kind of thing, right? Please, let's go. Go, let's go. I mean, I can change what the let's go is. Go. I'll battle with... Blank is blank, right? Blank comes... Watch my something power take care of something. I'll show you my let's go strategy. Ta-da! can just make a noise. Ta-da, here comes... Aye! Eek! Giggle! Gwahahaha! I realize you can't see the options, but... People. Ta-da! Here comes... I. Here comes you. Alright, let's see lifestyle. Here comes bicycle. Here comes chit chat. Ta-da! Here comes chit chat. That's kind of funny. Ta-da! Oh, I think I see the one. But let me scroll a little further. Alright, I'm satisfied. Ta-da! Here comes daily life. When I win, I win! Thanks! I owe my victory to thanks. I owe my victory to... Anticipation. I'm on the feelings menu. Anticipation. Danger. Drooling. I owe my victory to drooling. Enjoyment. Happiness. Ruffle? They have ROFL, rolling on the floor laughing? They have that in this menu? I didn't know they were that with the times back then. I owe my victory to strangeness. I owe my victory to tears. Alright, let's look at terms. I owe my victory to design. I owe my victory to dousing. I owe my victory to institute. I owe my victory to mail. Mission. Pass orb. It's pass orb. And let's go back to lifestyle. I owe my victory to anime. That might be the winner. I owe my victory to chit chat. Chit chat is back on the menu. I owe my victory to computer. I mean, kinda. Information. Kindergarten. Looks. I owe my victory to looks. Never thought I'd consider that one. I owe my victory to nap. That's kind of fun. I owe my victory to plans. I owe my victory to pocket money, popularity, science. Science or anime? Software. Alright, science or anime? I think anime is a little funnier. I owe my victory to anime. Alright, when I lose, you win. Regret! That's kind of funny already. Regret is really impressive. Wow, regret! I want to go home with regret. I see regret right in front of me. These are so funny already. Regret? I didn't see that coming. You're regret, aren't you? Nothing beats regret. Oops, I didn't mean to quit there. I think nothing beats regret is pretty good. Oops. Alright, when I become number 1. Number 1? Wow, I'm so glad. That's also pretty funny. Number 1? That sounds good. Number 1 is so much fun. Huh? Number 1? You win. Number 1. Number 1. Wow! Number 1. Wait, these are the regret ones again. It's all thanks to number 1. Alright, we'll just keep this. Now I've told them everything already. Okay. You can take the battle subway from Gear Station. Alright, so that's all those people. What's this machine over here? Under construction. Okay, sure. Wi-Fi trains. I think there are people on the platforms, so let's actually go to them. Maybe there are not that many. Trade in BP here. Alright, some decent TMs. And some items here. Vitamins, power items, a few held items. Oh, more than a few. Not bad. Pretty typical of this time in the series. A lot of the same rewards there as like the Sinnoh Battle Tower, Battle Frontier. Welcome to the Battle Subway. The Wi-Fi train isn't ready yet. Okay. A subway map of the Unova region. Look at that. They have an actual... It's kind of funny. I mean, obviously New York City subways, right? But it's kind of funny. It's scaled up to this whole Pokemon region, but they still have a subway that goes all over the whole region. Pretty cool. They didn't do a whole lot with it. It's mostly just a battle facility, but brings a little bit of real-world inspired flavor. Does that pink line go to Liberty Island, where you catch Victini? Or is Liberty Island somewhere else? Is it that other island over there? Anyway, we will ride at least one train right now. Well, not right now, but like in a little bit. This one is multi-trains. These all exchange service corners, yeah. They have the same prizes, looks like it. Makes sense. I could do a multi-train, I won't. But it can be done. This one is super multi-trains. I think you have to qualify for that by doing well on the multi-train, right? In any case, it isn't ready yet. We'll double back to that one. Super double trains. Apparently there are not people on these platforms. Well, there's just the same people on all of them, which isn't how I thought I remembered it, but sure. Double trains. Then probably super single. Yeah. Let's just for thoroughness sake, let's check. And then single. Let's get on a single train. I don't know what it's going to be like mid-playthrough, but I would like to board. I will enter Toronto, Montreal, and Moncton. Let's go. What is it like coming in here mid-playthrough with only 3 badges? Is it nerfed from how it is in the post-game? We'll see. I am studying every single day, so I am taking a break for a change. Okay. Egbert. And a Pansage. Level 50. Are my Pokemon leveled up? Oh, they are. Alright. Make a switch to Moncton here. Please don't activate my Defeatist, though. Clear, and that's okay. It's faster, not ideal. Hey, one-shot it. Ate the citrus berry with that pluck, but hadn't taken any damage. It didn't really do anything for me. Just try to Rock Tomb this Woobat, but a -2 defense. This Psyshock is gonna hurt. Yep. Oh, I'm another rock type. This should take the Psyshock a lot better, especially with the Eviolite. Yeah. Goodbye, Woobat. What's Egbert's last Pokemon? Venipede. Okay. So everything's scaled up to level 50, but they are using unevolved Pokemon and stuff. Maybe they do that early on in the post-game? I don't remember. Anyway. Goodbye, Egbert. Pokemon lost. I may be better at studying. We move to the next car. We heal at the PC, I guess. Then move to the next car. Hey, 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 let me see your Pokemon, hey. Maybe Peso. Hey, so far no Pokemon that I'm not likely to have seen before, right? Not like they're sending out a Rufflet or something, so far. Or even a Vanillite. Okay, nice crit. Oh, never mind. Not likely to have seen a Lampent before now. Please don't use Will-O-Wisp. Hey, if you're doing a blind playthrough of this game for the very first time, maybe you will see some interesting stuff that's coming up later in the journey. I would not be mad to catch a Litwick in this playthrough. I really like the Litwick line, design-wise, and they're very powerful too. Oh, Hex. Will-O-Wisp and Hex, good combo. Eviolite didn't help me with that. Land the Rock Tomb. And what's next? Wubble. Okay. Should be able to beat that. Oh, missed this Rock Tomb, and it goes for Double Team. Maybe I spoke too soon. That's the Battle Facility Classic, though, if she just hexes me all the way through this battle. That's how it goes, right? If you actually plan properly and bring good strategy to the subway, then you can get a good streak going, but eventually something like that will happen. To drive people crazy, the players who were serious about these facilities back then. With Defeatist, this won't KO, yeah. I just have to land a Leaf Tornado. I actually did. I thought I was probably going to lose that one. She said that my taste in Pokemon is awful. How can you see how can you see these beautiful Pokemon that I threw at you and say that? What a sore loser. Listen, I love Pokemon. Okay. You gonna say my taste is awful too? Huh. What do I have for this? Moncton, Pluck, try not to get effects board. Or status by a move before that. I guess this status is relatively okay. It might send me to Defeatist range eventually, but it won't prevent Moncton from moving before that. Also, I think Fungus is another Pokemon I haven't seen yet in this playthrough. I'm sure Tynamo is. Of course, Tynamo is a rare one. Rare encounter in one location. Kind of the obvious one for it, but you might still not run into one. Go through there. And if you're a new player playing this blind, wait until you see what it evolves into. At the accuracy drop, I'll switch to Tackle now so that I have greater accuracy on my attack. Goodbye Tynamo. Last is Shelmet. I'll try to land a Leech Seed into this, but then, I mean, either of my Pokemon in the back should be able to handle it no problem. But there's no reason to hard switch. I mean, there might be no reason not to if that's all the damage it does, but I'll try to land a Leech Seed into it. Full pair there. Ah, Acid Armor. Yeah, that makes my Rock types' lives a little bit harder. The Leech Seed would be nice. There it is. And this rate, Toronto might beat it. Not if it consistently clicks that Struggle Bug, maybe, but I mean, Leech Seed recovery is pretty good compared to the damage that Struggle Bug is doing. Tackle's not really doing much, but Shelmet doesn't have any recovery, or at least hasn't shown any so far. Could even switch to Leaf Tornado for the accuracy drops, but there's no need. Although that Tackle is doing so little, maybe there's no need not to. Oh, there's a little bit of recovery. But that won't activate a second time. Yeah, I don't need to worry about Leaf Tornado accuracy drops. It makes no difference if Toronto goes down here. I just win with somebody else. A little bit of a slog here, but that's how it goes sometimes. I guess Shelmet is a slogging kind of Pokemon. Very different when it evolves, of course. Won't be able to evolve one in this playthrough, of course. If I catch a Shelmet, I doubt I train it. But that is a cool little take on trait evolution, that Shelmet and Excelgor, when they specifically are traded for each other, have a clear interaction in how they evolve. That was a cool choice. And I think they're the only two Pokemon that have anything like that going on, right? I can't think of anybody else. Alright, this one likes my Pokemon. She doesn't think that my taste is awful. I wonder who you are. I wonder if you'll have a battle with me. Well, look at where we are and take a wild guess. Another Shelmet? Alright, well, might as well Leech Seed this. Back-to-back Shelmet, that's a little unfortunate for, quality of content. Considering how well this worked last time, I guess I will just play this. Actually, I might as well spam Growth, right? Set up. If this one also has Struggle Bug, then the special attack boosts won't really get me anywhere, but the physical attack ones might. This, of course, being the first generation in which Growth also boosts physical attack as well as special. I think. Pretty sure. Yeah, I looked that up at some point. Yeah, we'll just set up here. Hopefully sweep through. Yeah, there's the Struggle Bug. Waited a bit to start clicking it though, so get a little bit of They'll have a little bit of boosted special attack. Or maybe I can just tackle whatever the next Pokemon is. Should be keeping an eye on how many growths I've used, though. Let's make sure to check that next turn. Alright, one more. That's +6 attack now. Okay, tackle. That still doesn't do much. Of course, it was boosting its defense. Almost there. Leech Seed damage here might do it. Yep. Hopefully I can tackle whatever's next. Cottony, yeah, that's a good target. Let's go. +6 tackle. Doesn't KO. Goodbye. And his pedal will last. You can tackle that too. Ooh, almost a one-hit KO. Just barely two. Take the attract, take some more poison damage. Might as well just play this out. If Toronto goes down, I have Moncton in the back. Are you kidding me? This is what we're doing here? Attract, Flash, Poison Powder. Poison Powder was on the Cottony. Might have had Prankster. I think it did. I can't remember whether it went first or not. Never mind. Might have had Prankster. Anyway, I'm strong and she wants to run away, so that works out nicely. I'm not an ordinary backpacker because I'm a newlywed. Okay, congrats. Another Dwebble. There are some patterns in the Pokemon that we're seeing here. Well, I mean, I think the main thing is just Gen 5 only and nothing crazy strong, right? I kind of want to Leech Seed in case this one also spams Double Team, so I think I will. Then I can think about switching to Montreal. Straight for Bug Bite, that makes sense. It makes more sense than a lot of the AI decisions we've seen this episode. Spread it to this Battle Subway Trainer here. Go Montreal now. And Smackdown time. Bonk. Alright, do I still have Rock Smash on this? I do. So I don't have to use another Smackdown there. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I actually even could be setting up Iron Defense, but let's just attack. LGM. There's a Pokemon I won't have seen yet, otherwise. Funny little guy. I believe the is it called the Celestial Tower? I believe the encounter there will be either Litwick or Elgium, right? And I wouldn't be mad at either one, as long as I catch it. I do like Litwick more, but Elgium's cool. Anyway, goodbye. Lullaby. Late game Pokemon, but still baby. Bonk. One more, maybe two. One. Nice. Trip is our honeymoon, but I wandered off from my wife. What? Into the battle subway? I want to think about your priorities, bro. Is this a Zoroark? There is a Zoroark disguised as a human coming up soon. Is this another one? School Kid Plum? Likely story. Gotharita, alright. That's a little bit bigger, more evolved. Let's see how it takes a Leaf Storm, though. Leaf Tornado. How many times have I done that? I have no idea. Leaf Tornado, not Leaf Storm. I actually took it pretty well. But a couple more might do this. Nice. Get the accuracy drop and dodge a Psybeam. Good fortune so far in this run. Will this KO? It will. Who's next? Is it a Duosion or something? Venipede. Okay. That's fine. Switch to a rock type, of course. I mean, there was a Lampent earlier, so it's not like they've just now started mixing in some middle stage Pokemon. Probably is a Venipede and some other unevolved thing. Toxic Stalling, that's a little bit disrespectful. I'm kidding. Toxic Stalling is fine. It's just not something I especially want to deal with right now, but I don't get a choice, I guess. Well, another Smackdown will knock it out. Probably have to wait out a Protect first. I guess I should have switched to Moncton there because I knew the Protect was coming, but I just autopiloted. Oh well. This is probably a fine trade. Probably doesn't have anything too strong in the back. It is a trade. We do drop to the poison damage there. I will go straight to Moncton. On a Herdier. I hope it doesn't have Intimidate. It does, but I'll still do what I can with Moncton and try to win after that with Toronto. And I have Rock Smash on Moncton. I kind of forgot. How do we take this crunch? Not well. That is going to be a defeatist nerfed Rock Smash. Defense drop? Defense drop. I don't know why I'm excited about that. I'm probably going back to Leaf Tornado when I get Toronto in. Might just lose to this Herdier. That takedown probably hits pretty hard, but we'll see. Not mad at getting some recoil damage. Might have been nice if I'd preserved my other rock type, but it's just going to be a takedown versus Leaf Tornado battle here. The Herdier is faster. I thought about clicking Rock Tomb into it, but I thought my Servine would be faster. Grrr, oh, did I win? Okay, so she can speak, and the run ends there. We don't get to Battle 7. I do not want to save a battle video of that. That was kind of rough. Yeah, autopiloted a little hard there. And that trainer was stronger than the first 5. So, what can you do? This is a dark green line? Where'd it take me? I'm just in that loop? Okay. And, of course, one line left to check out. Train to Anvil Town, this brown one over here. You're not an exchange service corner, are you? No, you just tell me that this train goes to Anvil Town. I would like to board. And here we are. That's just another subway map. Can I pull up the town map? Does that show on the top screen? I do not remember. Nope, bottom screen. Well, I'm way in the top left corner of Unova. If you're not sure where Anvil Town is, you can look it up. But, yeah, cut off from all other routes, cities, towns. Not much of a town here, but it's a nice little train yard. A beautiful tune is spreading throughout the town. See, look at that. Unfortunately, no train has come here today. What do you mean? I just arrived in a train. See, here's the train yard. Today, all the train cars are resting. Well, not all of them. The girl on the bridge, she's playing a lullaby for all the sleeping trains of this town. Are you guys okay? Rolling out the steel rails. So yeah, just a nice little remote, isolated town, all about the trains. Just checking for hidden items. And didn't find any. We can go out here and get a nice little view of this building. It's all just forest past there. It's a nice little spot. There's not really a whole lot ever done to integrate it into the rest of the game, but you know, I guess little places like this kind of just add some extra flavor to the Unova region that's kind of pleasant and not something you see as often in recent Pokemon games. Is that fair? Kalos has a lot of little towns along the way, but then Alola doesn't have much of that kind of thing at all. It's just a different region design, I think. I don't think Galar has really... It kind of just has cities with gyms and stadia in them, right? I don't think it has like little towns, except like Wedgehurst really early on. Paldea. And the towns and cities are not that memorable almost across the board. But yeah, a little spot like this really brings a little bit more life to this world. There's not a whole lot to see here, but it's kind of neat that it exists. On weekends, a lot of people here come here to watch the trains. Maybe I'll come back on a weekend and see if it's different. What day of the week is it right now that I'm recording? It is Wednesday. Maybe I'll do the next episode on the weekend and I'll come back here just to see. I'll think about it. If you come out here on the weekends to watch the trains, there will be a lot of people. On the weekends, many Star Piece collectors gather here. It'll be easy to collect for them little items because many people are trading different items come here. Okay, yeah, sounds like there's something going on here on weekends. I don't know if I ever noticed that before. But we'll have to come back. Oh ho! With a face like that, I'll bet you're a Pokemon trainer. I work as a depot agent on the Battle Subway. Have you tried challenging the Battle Subway yet? I have. It's a hot spot for those who want some serious battling action, but some people get too wrapped up in their battles and there's no end to the lost and found items. That's right, nobody ever came to pick this up, so I'll give it to you. Okay. Nice. No worries, no worries, just take it. It's better for a trainer to use it than for me to hold on to it. I'm sure the item is happier too. Alright. I'll probably just hold on to it too, but I appreciate the thought. Lots of people ride on trains, right? So the people who drive the trains and the people who maintain them have a big responsibility. Anvil Town is famous for its turntable. You saw it from the bridge, right? I sure did. There it is. There's a little bit of tech there. Yeah, I'll try to remember to come back on a weekend. Which I guess means I'll try to remember to film the next one. Record the next one on a weekend. Train in Nimbasa City, even though all the trains are sleepy. We're still gonna make it back over there. Now, speaking of little areas to explore along the way in the journey, of course, this leads to a post-game area that I can't access yet, but there is still some stuff that I can check out already to the east of the city, and given that the journey after I'm done here will take me west, there's not really any reason not to do this right now. Let's train Pokemon vigorously. You, who like training, and you, who don't like training. Let's train our Pokemon by... What? Okay. It gave me a Macho Brace. Sure. A Pokemon speed decreases when it holds a Macho Brace, but it grows stronger. It's a tool that's a bit difficult to use, but that's the way it goes. I don't think I've ever used a Macho Brace since they added the power items in Gen 4. The Macho Brace existed in Gen 3. It's like a power item for every stat, except I think it has a smaller boost. But it works for every stat instead of individual stats like the actual power items. Yeah, I don't think I've ever used the Macho Brace since Gen 3. And I'm not going to do it now. It's not like I'm EV training in-game. A camper has been parked in Lostlorn Forest on Route 16. I wonder how long it's been there. Well, we'll see. This way leads to Route 16 and Marvelous Bridge. I am patrolling. I will check your strength, too. Alright, I don't really think that's part of your beat, but sure. Let's fight. Daniel. Bad time to send a Herdier at me. I'm a little unhappy with Herdier right now. I will switch Charlottetown out of this Intimidate and go to Montreal. Ottawa is falling way behind in experience. I probably should get the experience share onto Ottawa soon, especially with the ground gym coming up. I don't know how long I'm keeping a Panpour on my team, though. We'll see. Alright. He was so strong that he couldn't help falling back. Or I was so strong. I don't know why I said he was so strong. Nothing scares me when I patrol with my Pokemon. Alright. Got some athletes out here. This is the area for it, I guess. Ting-a-ling-ling. I will have a Pokemon battle at this speed. Okay. It's Ducklet. Too bad I'm not leading with my Blitzel anymore, but I can probably just switch it in. Kind of surprising that Sandile 3-stage line hasn't evolved a single time yet at level 26. But that's Gen 5 for you. I wouldn't mind seeing a Krokorok before the gym, but I don't know. I don't remember what level it evolves at, so I don't know if that'll happen. Gen 5 has such weird evolution levels, though. Being skewed so very late. Especially stuff like Rufflet, Volibye, Ponyard. When I've tried using those in playthroughs, sometimes I finish the whole game and they're still not evolved. Dino too. But Dino is a pseudo-legendary, so, well, I don't love the term pseudo-legendary, but that's what people call it, so it makes more sense that it'd have crazy late evolution levels. Anyway. Let's do this. Just switch right back. I'm gonna intimidate this and start using Dig. Only 3 hits. And it did some damage, though. But for some reason, everybody spams Dark-type attacks into my Sandile. I don't know why they keep doing that. But we take it. GG Liepard. Back gross level 24. Not bad. I'm upset because I lost, so I'll ring the bell. Ting-a-ling-ling. Ride a bicycle, you zip along. If you're with Pokemon, you can do many things. It's fun to do things you can't usually do. I'll probably ride a bicycle on one of the big bridges at some point. I'm looking for a place that's not in any guidebook. Okay. Go on. No? We're just gonna battle? Peter? Okay. Get a Scraggy. Probably switch. Even though I intimidated it. Maybe I didn't need to switch, but it's fine. Accuracy drop, but it still lands the headbutt, but I think another Leaf Tornado should do this. Now let's see if we can find out more about what this guy's looking for. Your strength. I want to put it in a guidebook. He's just fascinated with guidebooks, I guess. A journey to find something new, that's my goal. For example, that big rock, you can push it with move strength. Okay. One more cyclist. I ride a bicycle. I feel fresh winds, and I win Pokemon battles. Oh, I ride a bicycle, I feel fresh winds, and I win Pokemon battles. There we go. Got a Whirlipede. I was gonna say I'm not sure I've seen one in this playthrough before, but Berg had one, so never mind. Given that I'm not sure Montreal is too much longer for the team, it's probably time to start more properly training Moncton. Please don't poison me, though. That was a crit. Alright. Didn't do too much. We missed the Rock Tomb. Classic. Now he's Protect. Because NPCs love just stalling the battle for no reason. We miss another Rock Tomb, and he goes Iron Defense. Alright, I think I'm due for a crit. That would be nice. Thanks, game, if you would. No, we just missed another Rock Tomb. That's 3 in a row. There we go. This one connects. Does okay damage, but it looks like the Whirlipede will survive another one. And we're getting close to Defeatist here. There's another Protect thrown in. I might run out of PP at this rate. Already down to just 4. Went for a double Protect, but he didn't get it. I'm gonna risk getting poisoned and use Pluck for the accuracy. Could have Poison Point. At this point I don't care. Yeah, whatever. I'll switch Moncton out. Against another Whirlipede. Alright, well Smackdown won't miss. Maybe this is the case for keeping Montreal on the team after all, but I don't know. I have 2 rock types and no way to evolve a Boldore. Of course, it all depends on me catching something else I want to train. But yeah, that Whirlipede went down a lot more quickly because of Smackdown not missing. Pleasant Wind is carrying a defeat. Now something stopping here. Most people don't know this, but coming to Nimbasa and riding a bicycle is very popular. I kind of got the feeling. I mean, the daycare guy even just gave me a bicycle for saving him. They said Marvelous Bridge is being checked. Who's they? You look like a worker. Who is they that said that? They said Marvel. Okay. Sure. A lot of those silly little roadblocks in Gen 5 because of how, I guess, open the region is, how many different paths there are compared to the standard Pokemon region before, like, Legends Arceus. The dancing one, which we'll see sooner or later. Or is that in Black and White 2? I think that's in Black and White 2, actually. That's the funniest. They said that the Marvelous Bridge is being checked is kind of just... Yeah, alright, okay, I can't go there yet. I can go over here. Amazing! To find a quiet spot like this right next to the big city. Wow, I got a little excited, so I want to have a battle. Alright. I like how passionate some of these backpackers are. There's that guy who just really loves guidebooks, and now this guy is so excited about some peace and quiet that he wants to fight. I thought about switching to Toronto, but I think I should be able to handle this Drillbur without doing that. I thought about using Dig there, but I thought I might be faster and it might use Dig. I'm not faster, so now I know when it comes back up I can use Dig safely. No, I don't know that, because it could use a different move, and then while I dig, you know? I'll go Fury Swipes this time. And they come back up first, as I was saying. Only 2 hits, thankfully, as we do survive and land the Assurance. Goodbye, Drillbur. Well, I have calmed down. Pokemon NPCs are always so funny. Well, not always, but consistently many times throughout the games. So funny. If you skip all the dialogue, you're missing out. Pokemon feel calm in nature or enjoy the glitz of cities? I mean, probably like people. Some feel one way, some feel another way. I don't know, cut user. I do have a cut user, right? Somewhere. I don't know if I care. I don't know what that item is. I don't know if I care. Oh, the encounter is Trubbish. Okay, let's go. Not a threat to be one of my favorite Pokemon, but I could train this. I think I could train it. Let me try to Leech Seed it. Maybe I should have saved the name Moncton for this because of that mystery brain disease that was allegedly in that area. Although I think that might be debunked now. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'll just start throwing balls. Yeah, might as well just go through my Pokeballs for now. Can go heal after this. Probably swap this to the party. Don't know how long I'll keep it there, but might as well. Inhaling the gas they belch will make you sleep for a week. They prefer unsanitary places. Alright, well, welcome to the team at least for a little while. Let's give you a name. Miramichi. No commentary on that place intended. I've never been there or anything. I'm just doing my nickname theme. Could have had a Minccino. Definitely a Pokemon I like more, but that's okay. Also kind of funny that Minccino, which, you know, one of its sort of core traits is that it obsessively cleans in the same area as Trubbish. They must have some weird interactions in the wild. Anyway, yeah, go heal. I'll see if I have something that knows cut. I can check out that cut tree. And actually, I'll probably, before I swap Montreal out of the party, I think I'll teach Strength to Montreal and check out the Strength Boulder area too. I don't know if there's anybody on the main team that I want to learn Strength right now. It's not the worst move, but I don't know how many of them even can learn Strength. I doubt that, like, Servine or Sandile or Arcan can. Have I not taught Cut to anyone? Alright, you know what? I don't care. I'm not going to do it right now. Miramichi is at level 21 with a timid nature, sticky hold, toxic spikes, acid spray, double slap, and sludge. But I will actually come back for her because I will teach Strength to Montreal and go check out that other area. I guess I think there were trainers there. Maybe I could have done that before. Montreal's actually the only Pokemon in the party that can learn Strength. Maybe I could have done that before coming back to heal, but I think there are trainers there, so I probably don't want to. Because the team was getting a little low. It's going to be a long video, but it is kind of nice that this region has given me so much to explore around here. I mean, there was the desert and everything, and the Relic Castle on the way here, and then we got this area. I haven't gone into the forest yet. There was Anvil Town. This being the entertainment capital of the region, there were a bunch of entertainment things to look at, like the musical, the sports, the Ferris wheel. A lot of gameplay in this little section here. Because all roads are connected, I can go anywhere and challenge anyone. Oh yeah, isn't that what it's all about? Got a Swadloon. Hopefully Moncton can handle this. This actually would be a good first opponent for Miramichi, but I didn't bring Miramichi. Yeah, well, double weakness. Goodbye. Risk the dark grass to go get that item. It's a Liepard. Liepard would not have been the most interesting encounter. I'm glad that I didn't go to this grass first. Not that there's anything wrong with Liepard. I mean, I have a Purloin already and I'm not training it. I don't need a Liepard. Okay, we're just gonna do this, huh? I can't run because you're too fast, but you're just gonna spam Torment? There we go. Payback? Alright. Accidentally ran there. Here's a Minccino. Can't run from that either. Guess I'll just heal when I get back to the Pokemon Center, because I will go back before I go into the forest, I think. Ah! Nah, Miramichi can wait. I'll do the forest first. Maybe I'll get an encounter there that's more interesting to me. We'll see. Just gonna poison. Nope. Let's keep it that way. Charcoal, okay, don't have a fire type, but cool. Now the dream is to get out of here with no more encounters. And unless I mess up here, we did it. There goes the dark grass, let's go to the forest. Thick tree cover. Lostlorn Forest, another optional little area that some of you might have skipped. I can get an encounter here, of course. The last grass tile before I moved on is Cottony. I don't need to train a Cottony. Miramichi can stay in the team for now. I'll try to catch this though. Can't leech seed it, of course. Probably don't want to leave my ground type in because it probably has Mega Drain or at least Absorb. I can paralyze it. It'll paralyze me first, but that's fine. Just watched a bird glide by my window in real life. That was kind of cool to see. Earlier in the spring, there was a bird making a nest right up, gathering materials right outside. I don't know where the nest is, but it's gathering materials right outside my window, like over multiple days to build the nest. And sometimes I just sit here while I was working on something on my computer and watch. It's kind of neat. I guess I'll try to chip this with Pursuit. Of course, it's not resisted in this game, but I doubt it one-shots. Too bad this isn't a game where your Pokemon gain experience when you catch something. That started in Gen 6. Otherwise, I could catch this and Quebec would level up. But that level up is coming soon anyway, of course. And it might evolve into Zebstrika at level 25. I'm not sure. I don't remember what level. I just think it might be relatively early for Gen 5. Level 25 would fit the bill. Maybe it's like 28 or something. I don't know. If you don't Mega Drain, could have gotten you to yellow here. Maybe I still will. Crits too. Volpera. Deserved. Another Pokeball. This is my second last one. But then I have a bunch of other kinds of balls. Don't need them, the Pokeball works. Alright, well you're just probably going to sit in the PC forever. When attacked, it escapes by shooting cotton from its body. The cotton serves as a decoy to distract the attacker. That's cool. Oh, have fun in computer-based retirement. My new friend, St. John. You know, there are people in the world with many different values. Some people enjoy things you might not think are fun. Having a lot of different values in the world makes it a richer place. That's what I think anyway. This guy just stating one of the themes of the game outright. But hey, good to drive the message home, especially in a game targeted to a younger audience. I accidentally skipped dialogue again. I think he said something about how he likes traveling around and talking with different people. But the woman who lives here seems to think living quietly by herself is important. There you go, different values. Of course, if you don't know the lore about the woman who lives here, who apparently has been here for a long time, well, let's go meet her. That's all she has to say. And it might be all she's capable of saying, because of course she is a Zoroark. There was, in Generation 4, there was a Pokemon movie that featured a villain trying to get to Celebi, basically, using a Zoroark to do it. Against the Zoroark's will, but there was coercion involved. And the legendary beasts, Raikou, Entei, Suicune, they had a couple different roles in the story, but they got involved and fought Zoroark. I already talked about in Gen 4 there were distributions of Celebi, which I already talked about probably or a couple episodes ago. Because of course if you took the event Celebi to that one kid in Castelia City, the kid would turn out to be a Zorua, and that was the only way to get Zorua in black and white. Its debut game. There were also shiny legendary beast distributions. I had the Celebi, but I did not have the legendary beast, so I never did this. But if you take those to that woman in Lostlorn Forest, it turns out she's a Zoroark and she battles you, and initially uses illusion to disguise herself as one of the legendary beasts. I think not the same one that you are leading with, but it was determined by which one you're leading with. I don't remember how it worked, and like I said, I never played that event myself, but yeah. Not only different people have different values, but hey, people and Pokemon, even where that line gets blurred, because that woman is a Zoroark. But in regular gameplay, without event distributions, you'll never know that. Anyway. I'm going to take the Eviolite away from Montreal. I'll probably just give it to Miramichi, because Trubbish is, like, reasonably bulky, right? And can poison stuff. Yeah, a little bit more type diversity on the team. I don't know what TM Trubbish gets, but I'll take a look at my TM options as well. Might get some of these. Echoed Voice might be worthwhile. But Trubbish can't learn it. I think we're fine. Okay. I don't know how much Miramichi is really going to do. Plenty more encounters to get in this game. We'll head over to the gym, and before we go in, I'm going to pause the recording because I could use a bathroom break, but then I'll get right back to it. Okay, gym time. And I think I'm going to swap Charlottetown and Moncton. Nope, Charlottetown and Quebec. Lead with Quebec, deal with any Emolga, I should be able to swap Charlottetown in pretty easily against any Blitzel. Or, of course, Elisa's Substrika. I think those are the only two Pokemon in this gym. Maybe somebody has a Dynamo, but I don't remember. Anyway. After that, I can give some proper training to other Pokemon and stop focusing on those two all the time. I probably will give the experience share back to Ottawa, because Ottawa is way behind at this point. I enjoy this gym puzzle. It's a little bit slow, with having to wait for the roller coasters and then ride them around. I can see some Pokemon fans being annoyed by it, but I don't really care. It's big and shiny and fun. I didn't read that person's dialogue, my bad. So yeah, I like this one. It's not like my all-time favorite or anything, but I like this one. I don't know what my favorite gym puzzle would be. I might have been a little hasty in saying that it's not this one, but I don't know. Gen 5 has a lot of good ones. Anyway. Let's try to deal with this. Did not buy more Paralyze heals, and of course electric types... Oh, but they can't Thunder Wave Blitzel. Right, they can't Thunder Wave Blitzel because of Lightning Rod, so I should be fine in terms of as far as paralysis goes. I don't like how much damage this Emolga is doing. I like Skyla's gym puzzle in this game. It's another one that's a little bit slow, but I just think it's cool. I think I like it more than her Black 2, White 2 one. I really like Berg's gym in Black 2 and White 2, but mostly the music. The puzzle's kind of whatever. Marlin's gym, which of course is only in Black 2 and White 2. He's not in the original Black and White. It's a pretty solid one. But my all-time favorite gym puzzle? I don't know. I'm kind of stumped by that question, actually. Learning Spark. Okay. I guess I'll delete Shockwave. I think Spark is a little bit better. Like 5 more base power, and I actually didn't check Quebec's stats. I think Quebec's attack might be higher, but I don't know. Could be mistaken. I'm gonna switch out on this Emolga. Keep Quebec conscious. Oh, special attack slightly higher. I don't know if that'll hold up after evolving though. What else do I have for an Emolga? Not much. I'll actually go Miramichi here. Might just be a sack, but that's okay. Double team. Don't like that. Especially since I just deleted Shockwave. I'll use Sludge in hope of poisoning it. Not a great start. Landed this one. Does it poison? No. Now the Emolga starts attacking. The next Sludge also connects. And this one poisons. Okay, we're good. I honestly think this Emolga could have run away with the game had I not poisoned it, because the rest of my team is pretty bad into Emolga. Except my 3 HP Blitzel. Which is also pretty bad into Emolga when it's at 3 HP. Emolga is very cute. I think it's my favorite Pika clone just because of how cute it is. I like the little animation. It lands for a second and then goes back to gliding. Anyway, we land another Sludge for good measure. There goes the Emolga. Solid first battle here by Miramichi. And Blitzel does not evolve at level 25. Well, I'm going to go heal. Might be doing a lot of that the way this started, but so be it. If that's how it is, that's how it is. Maybe I should have brought Montreal after all. Quick smackdown into those Emolga. Well, it's not too late to do that if I'm really struggling. And then send Montreal into retirement after that. But let's try without doing that a little bit longer. Back to the roller coaster. Good thing I like it, because if there's going to be this much back and forth, that's really going to slow things down. But I really don't care. I enjoy watching it loop around with me on board. I never read any of this trainer's dialogue, did I? Elisa controls an elegant gym in elegant Nimbasa City. She's an essential elegance. You should be her fan too. I guess your first line was something about being her fan. There is a lot of that in this gym. Welcome, challenger. I will do you the greatest of honors and accept your challenge. Oh, well, I'm glad you are doing me such an honor. Rich boy Cody. Much appreciated. This should be easier to deal with than an Emolga. Elisa's gonna have 2 Emolga. Yikes. Good start. Does have a flame charge, but that's not super strong. No stab, -1 attack. Yeah, no problem. And I wouldn't be surprised if Dig one-shots. Roll, 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 roll. I was aiming for a fighting style that overwhelms his speed. If I can move faster, my opponents will get the upper hand. Yeah, you just have a problem with ground types there. But it's not a bad idea. Ah, this one has a trainer in it. Are you cool riding a roller coaster? When you ride a roller coaster, the speed can make you dizzy. I'm going to make your head spin with a Pokemon battle that's just as intense. Okay. A Blitzel. That's what I want to see. A lot easier to deal with than an Emolga. Thunder Wave. That was a weird choice anyway. That was never gonna work. There goes this one. I hope his other Pokemon is also a Blitzel. It is. Nice. And spamming dark type attacks for some reason. We're back to that. Goodbye, Blitzel. And I think he said, even though I lost him an ocean of calm, your way of battling, it's elegant. You've got style, even compared to Ms. Elisa. Whoa. High praise. And there she is. Got a glimpse of her just for a second there, but I think a couple more gym trainers to fight. I do like that that little drop there. Maybe only one more gym trainer. I think one is going to pop out of this roller coaster. Yeah. It must really annoy some players that you have to do this and then wait for the roller coaster to come back around, but it is kind of fun to see them jump out like that when you might not be expecting it. Your Nimbasa Gym Challenge is finally nearing its finale, but if you don't beat me, you won't get to meet Miss Elisa. To be clear, I'm completely just guessing that some Pokemon players probably don't like this gym puzzle. Just going off of what I know about Pokemon players. I am not intending to criticize it at all. I'm completely genuine in saying that I do like it. It's probably one of my favorites. I'm also a Pokemon trainer who was toughened up by Elisa. I'll show you power and style befitting this gym. I'm not really a fan of Clay's gym puzzles in either game, but especially Black and White 2. I like his one in Black and White a little bit more. That's one I don't really like so much coming up. But then I like Skyless. The cannons are so funny. Anyway, this one has an Emolga. Let's Thunder Wave it. It should be easier to deal with that way. I hate the double team though when I just deleted Shockwave. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I don't know. What's the use of having 2 mid-power electric attacks, right? This Spark connects. Doesn't do a ton of damage, but we get a full para. Okay, keep the momentum going. Don't get static paralyzed, please. Another double team. But hey, we're landing our attacks so far, and another Spark might KO. Full para, nice. Keep going. Full para. Miss again, but she shockwaves. You know what? Maybe I should have kept shockwave so I could take advantage of lightning rod. It's so situational, but yeah, shockwave would have paid off in a couple of different ways here. Although I would have knocked it out before getting that lightning rod boost. Now paralyzed, but that was a much more convincing win by Quebec there. Charlottetown's already learning Crunch. That's amazing. Hasn't even evolved once yet, and already getting probably an attack it'll have the rest of the way through the whole game as long as I keep it on my team. Lady Colette is defeated. She will think harder, and that will make her stronger. It pleases me to be the opponent of a strong and honorable trainer like you. Made it just in time to catch the coaster. Nice loop. Love that. Hello, Elisa. I'm here to challenge you. But not just yet. I'm going to go heal my Pokemon first. Better safe than sorry, I suppose. My Blitzel is paralyzed and my Sandile has taken a little bit of damage. And honestly, I'm kind of surprised that neither one of them has evolved yet. But I shouldn't be because this is Gen 5. But yeah, I'm just going to be a little bit cautious here. Surely you understand. And that means I can ride that loop and that drop one more time. Alright. And back in we go. I got a lot of full paras against that last Emolga. Probably has something to do with how much more smoothly it went, but I think we do try to paralyze Elisa's Emolga as well. And if I lose, I'll probably swap Montreal back in for a rematch. I think I could lose to Elisa, but hopefully I won't. Alright, just a simple loop there. Change the direction of the loop. And this time there's a little extra turn in it. Make this one come to me. And once it arrives, we go right, 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 left, right, left, oh, up, and down. And then, oh, here comes my favorite part. Got to extend this path to make it come to me. There it is. Momentum going over here, shoot through there, and whoa, over the loop. I really enjoy the loop. It's a simple thing, but it's fun. Let's watch the thing go by again. Whee! There it goes. Okay. Battle time. Did the fantastic speed leave you dizzy? My beloved Pokemon will be the next one to make your head spin. That's a little bit of an awkward line, but I get what she's going for. She, of course, leads with Emolga. Her gym in Black and White 2 is also kind of fun. Anyway. I was just clicking Pursuit at first, which is fine. But hey, if I had any ideas about switching, now I don't. What if Blitzel evolves at level 26? Okay, get paralyzed immediately. That part's not ideal. Maybe I have some potions or something, I don't remember. Aerial Ace is okay, that's resisted. It still does some damage. I'd prefer to be clicking electric type attacks, obviously. But yeah, let's see what I have for healing. A fresh water, a couple of super potions. I'll use fresh water here. I found that in the desert. But it's proving more useful in the city. She went for a Volt Switch. That is her TM, so of course her Pokemon know it, but yeah, not helpful to her here. Back to Aerial Ace. Unfortunately, I don't have Shockwave anymore, so I don't get to use that special attack boost. Probably shouldn't have deleted Shockwave. If I did, it probably should have been for something better than Spark. Oh well, she has a Hyper Potion. So, got more work to do here. Fully paralyzed. There's the Pursuit, maybe thinking she's scared me into switching out, but nope. Maybe it would be wise, but it's not what I'm doing right now. Full para, about time. We land our Sparks here. I mean, not that it can miss in this situation, but could have been fully paralyzed too. Oh, uh-oh, is her Strike a... Oh, okay, she got me with that. Alright. But if I go Charlottetown, what use are you making of that? What a cool Pokemon, Zipstrika. It's one of my favorite Gen 5 Pokemon designs. Too bad it's not very strong. But I'm looking forward to having one at some point in this playthrough. Let's go for Dig here. He has Quick Attack and Flame Charge, which is fair enough. Another one of those will KO, unless she has another Hyper Potion, but if she does, probably better that she use it here than on an Emolga. Maybe I should have gone for Mud Slap there, just for a little bit of damage before closing it with Dig, but oh well. It'd still be okay here. Could take this Quick Attack. Yeah, no problem. I'll probably leave Charlottetown in, or maybe I'll switch around just to get an Intimidate onto the next Emolga that comes in. Charlottetown might actually be able to handle it more easily than Quebec. Here's an Emolga. It is not the one that I've already fought. I'm going to swap to Miramichi. I don't mind if that's a sack. This isn't a Nuzlocke anymore. I can use a Super Potion on Charlottetown and get an Intimidate when I bring Charlottetown back in. Miramichi took that pretty well. I'll still use the Super Potion. I think I'm fine with that. Of course, the Eviolite is on Miramichi now. I did kind of forget that there when I made that switch. We'll go for Sludge. Okay, it Volt Switches. If we take this hit, the Sludge will go into the other Emolga. We do take the hit. Look at this bag of garbage go. Does this KO? No, but it's close. That is Quick Attack. So Miramichi doesn't get the KO there. I'll go... Moncton and try to get the KO with a Rock Tomb. Snipe a little bit of experience for Moncton here. This would be pretty hard if this were still a Nuzlocke. Maybe that idea was already, or was always kind of doomed. Anyway, here's the other Emolga. I'll just switch to Charlottetown, get an Intimidate, then I can start Rock Tombing with Volt Switch immunity. Yeah, perfect. Aerial Ace does not terribly much. I thought it might do more than that. Emolga's reasonably strong for this point in the game. I know it's intimidated, but still. That will add up over time, but I don't think it'll get the chance. She's definitely out of Hyper Potions by now, and I can just use Crunch for the accuracy. It doesn't matter if she gets a Static Para when her last Pokemon faints. GG, Elisa. I meant to make your head spin, but you shocked me instead. And I get a Crocorock now. That would have been useful in the gym battle, but clearly I didn't need it. Might have saved me a Super Potion or something. But we do finally get something evolving in this episode. And it's not a shiny Crocorock. Don't get to go show that one NPC what that looks like, but still a very cool Pokemon. Another of my Gen 5 favorites. That whole evolution line, really. My oh my, you have a sweet fighting style. I mean, you're a great trainer. Excuse me, oh, here. I want you to have this. Wow, she's flustered a little bit. Not really part of her image. But she's just so overwhelmed by what a thrilling battle that was, I guess. Halfway through collecting the badges. Still lots to explore, of course, in this game. But that is badge number 4. If you have 4 badges, including this Bolt badge, Pokemon up to level 50, including traded Pokemon, will obey you. Also, here's this move I like. Feel free to use it, if you want to. Volt Switch lets the Pokemon switch with a different Pokemon after attacking. Of course, if you don't have another Pokemon in your party, you can't switch. You're going to Driftvale City next? Of course, there's a Pokemon gym there after all. Of course, there is a Pokemon gym. Anyway. Oh, I bet you won't be able to get there. You know what? I'll fix it so you can cross. Wait for me on Route 5. Always so helpful. And yeah, clearly the superstar of Nimbasa City was herself kind of overwhelmed by the sheer star power of that battle we just had. Anyway. Yeah, I'll go meet her on Route 5 next episode. I think I will record it on a weekend and try to remember to go to Anvil Town first to see what's different there on a weekend. Also, I guess focus on training some other Pokemon besides my Blitzel and Crocorock, because it's Ground-type gym coming up. Maybe it's time to lead Toronto and put the experience share on Ottawa. But that's a question for next time. This is fun. I'm glad I'm still playing through this game. This is... I was gonna say peak Pokemon. Obviously Gen 5 isn't my favorite. I was a Gen 2 and 3 kid. Those are my favorites, but... there's a lot to love in Gen 5. If I take my nostalgia cap off, maybe it's the best one. Maybe. Alright, we'll play through the rest of this game and we'll see how I feel. Anyway. Driftvale next time.